Guys, what's going on? It's good to see all you guys here, man. It's good to see all you guys here already. Guys, boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know what, guys? You know what? I'm going to drop the link early. Let's do that. And these politics ones, guys, I'm going to drop the link early. Anyone who wants to come on up, guys, just hit the button. Anyone who wants to come on up. Especially you Canadians, dude. You know? Because I know y'all got a lot to say. Guys, Canada is so cooked. It's so cooked, man. Guys, did you see Alberta took like one step towards remixer? Do you have a smartphone? Dude, you can use your phone, bro. If you have an Android or an iPhone, just pull up YouTube on your phone and click on the StreamYard link, bro. You can come on in, you know? So, yeah, guys, Canada's cooked. Cooked. And Colin, did you see the news today that Alberta is trying to break away from Canada?
No.
Right, got to snowboard. Yeah, guys, they're actually taking steps. It could happen. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Let me see. There's one. Here we go, guys. Let's break some news first, and then we'll actually get into Canadian news, right? Because that's absolutely insane. Here we go, guys. Let's break some news. Oh, did you guys see that they actually showed that the investors warned the CEO of Cracker Barrel not to change the sign? They warned her. They said, don't do it, and she did it anyways. Guys, it cost them $700 million just to tank their own stock.
Yeah. Isn't this the same CEO that, what was it, like about a year and a half ago, or maybe two? No, I think it was about a year and a half ago where when they had their quarterly, what do they call it? The quarterly, call for the shareholders, where the CEOs basically just doing nothing but talking trash about their client base and a bunch of old people who they don't know what they want.
I think that was her. Yeah.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
That's all I can say, right? Let's see who we have here. Kelvin, what's up, dude? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Keyshawn's here. Keyshawn, dude, if you're in Canada, dude, call in. Guys, you can use your phone. You actually don't need to log in into your computer and have a microphone. You could get your cell phone, get some AirPods or whatever, and you can call in too. He says Canada is cooked and no, it can't be saved. Damn. Look at that. Kelvin says he has a Clown World shirt. Yeah, I'm wearing mine right now. Matter of fact. Oh, laughing, man. What's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Good to see you as usual. Remixer says Apple Chat's back for now. Okay, well, he's the only hope. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, they let Nug 11 in on Mass in Canada. You know what I mean? Punjabi Nug. And now they're cooked, you know? And guys, Canada is basically where the United States would be if Knucklehead Harris got in there. Guys, put a 1 if you agree. Right?
Oh yeah.
We would be on the way there. And guys, have you seen all these news stories of the Democrats losing millions of voters in every single swing state?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Texas and Florida were like turning purple, and now they're firmly back in the red. Brian's here. Let me see. Remixer said there's an August 20th poll. 41% said they vote for conservatives. 39% said liberals, assessing that Carney's losing support. Yeah. Laughing Man says he's not in Canada. He's never lived there, but he agrees. Yeah. Let me see. John Carlos here. Remixer says Quebec's filled with boomers. Many boomers have TDS, voted liberal. Yep. And guys, I think Canada and the UK can still have the liberals vote not based on issues, but vote on we aren't like Orange Man. But the Democrats can't do that here because that's all that they've been running on the last, however long. Say we aren't Orange Man, and guess what? People aren't having it anymore. Seriously, Vintage, what's up, dude? Lenny, what's up, man? Richard's here. Let me see. Mysterious is here. Brent's here. Let's see. I think that is everyone. Now, guys, look at this.
Stunning allegations coming to light against a Metro councilwoman. This is a developing story we're following for you tonight at 6, and we appreciate you tuning in. I'm Rory Johnston.
And I'm Carrie Sharp. In a formal ethics complaint, Joy Kimbrough is accused of asking a Nashville business owner for $500,000 to get her to support his.
We knew it, right, guys? We called it, right? Guys, tell me in the back of your mind. You knew it was going to be a B-dub. You knew it, right, guys? I didn't even have to say it because it's assumed from now on. Guys, why would you put a B-dub in charge of anything? I wouldn't even put a B-dub in charge of a bologna sandwich. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Steve, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you, man. Good to see you as usual.
I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Project in her district.
But she accuses her accuser of spreading, quote, meritless lies.
Of course she does.
Now, as investigative reporter Jennifer Krause tells us, some of Kimbrough's constituents want answers.
I think it is one of the best plans Bordeaux can ever have.
Joe Bond has lived in Bordeaux some 40 years and is a big supporter of a proposal to turn this vacant land off Ashland City Highway and Briley Parkway into an industrial warehouse.
So you think the community supports this?
100%.
The Nashville-based liquor distributor Best Brands wants to expand its corporate headquarters and build a warehouse distribution center here. The company has promised to hire employees from Bordeaux and give $150,000 over 5 years to nonprofits and causes that directly help this area.
I mean, come on, Joy.
Not much.
But now Joy
Sounds like a win-win, right? Except this knucklehead.
Yeah.
This underhead, this moron, right? She can't think of the community. She has to think of herself, guys. Right? Look at this dunderhead, guys. You elect them. It doesn't matter if they're educated, if they're in the hood. Guys, all be B-dubs.
The streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get the money. Bitch, give me what you got.
Clown world. What a joke.
as in Metro Councilwoman Joy Kimbrough, who represents District 1, is accused of demanding $500,000 from the CEO of Best Brands to support the project. Ryan Moses has filed a formal complaint with Metro's Board of Ethical Conduct, accusing Kimbrough of using her office for personal gain and of coercion. According to the sworn complaint, Moses says that on April 20...
Wait, aren't they a liquor distributor?
I don't know.
Right?
Yeah,
they said
that's what they were saying, yeah.
You're trying to shake down anyone in the liquor business? Are you stupid?
Stupid, yeah.
Dude, they
and
have
liquor's
like,
just gonna sell like beautifully.
No, but
like,
they
it's
have
very
like,
safe.
Yeah, but hold on. They still have corporate practices and stuff built in from like, you know, the days after Prohibition. You know what I'm saying? Where like it was a free for all. You know? And guys, look at sorry to say it, but guys, this dude just looks like a guy who went to a really good law school who's itching to get.
Well, yeah. His name is Moses too.
Yeah. This type of white dude, yo, you don't park your car on his lawn.
Nope. He is an insurance. This guy
is 100% an insurance adjuster.
Yeah.
100% some type of insurance adjuster type
Yeah,
ambulance.
he will-
He's basically like an ambulance chaser of some
Yeah,
sort.
he will take you to. Hey
Yeah.
guys, hey, did I ever tell you guys that my uncle's an ambulance chaser? Yo, dude, my dad always said that one. My uncle, he was a running back at a major college in Northern California, but that he ran track in the off season so he could practice chasing ambulances. But even in the 90s, he had friggin' billboards in certain cities in Northern California.
Hey, it's a hustle. I like it when it goes against when they take from a big insurance company. That's actually dope.
Hey, he
Like
gets
when they
paid,
take,
though.
like go after like Liberty Mutual and get like a ton of money from them or things like that.
Yeah, he's so good at it that he retired because he made a lot of money. But every now and then he does pro bono work just to stick it to these insurance places.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
he's
Like I
hilarious.
said, insurance is like one of the other evil arms of government that just it diddles you. Like it's not
Yep.
so. Anytime you take from insurance companies, that's a good thing.
Guys, see, I don't agree. Okay, I think it goes Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and then the first one. As far as like ranking Star Wars movies, guys, here's the thing. So Return of the Jedi was an excellent film. The thing with the Ewoks, guys, they were gonna have Return of the Jedi be on Kashyyyk. That's the Wookiees' homeworld, but they ran out of money, guys. The Return of the Jedi's budget got cut in half at the last minute, so they had to take the Wookiee costumes and cut them in half. You know what I'm saying? That's where the Ewoks came from.
Really?
You know? So I think they did a pretty damn good job with not getting the budget that they were originally going to get. It was a great movie. You know, the whole Darth Vader's showing the Emperor for the first time and all of that. It was great, you know? So, and then the whole Jabba's palace thing, you know, it was great. Now, when they started doing all the added special effects and the music scenes and all that crap, all the remakes all the special editions were trash. But you got to admit, when they're flying through the Death Star and all of that, I actually think that I've watched Return of the Jedi more times back when I was little because of those particular scenes. You know, it's like the this fully armed and operational battle station. Fire at will, Commander. You remember? That was great. That was great. Though the third one has the most memorable scenes. Other than no, Luke, I am your father. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, most of them all come from the third one. So, but it's not perfect though. It's not without its faults. But I would rather watch any of the original trilogy than any of the other crap that's come out since. So, but here we go.
4th of this year, Kimbrough called his cell phone, and as they were discussing the $150,000 community benefit money, she insisted that he pay $500,000 immediately and that she would control where the money went.
Look at that! Guys, here's how the conversation went. You guys ready? Hello? Yes, this is Ryan Moses. Yes, this is Joy Kimbrough's secretary. Do you want me to connect? Sure. Hello, this is Ryan.
We now come
Yes. Councilwoman. Yeah. So we had originally promised $150,000. Is that still a good thing? No, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. You're trying to increase the amount? Wait a minute. I don't think that's what we had originally talked about. $500,000? And when do you want it?
I need you.
Now? And who's going to be in charge of this money? Are you sure this is legal?
This chick looks like the Black Michelin Man.
You know, it sounds like EB Tisha was biting off more than she could chew.
EB Tisha. Oh no, dude, she's cooked.
In order for her to move
All
his
'cause she got
project forward.
greedy. She probably could have got 50K.
Yeah. Yep.
So, you know what I mean? But think about this. She wanted 500K for herself, and then like, hey guys, we give you 150,000 back to the community once every year for 5 years. Like, that's not a lot of money really back to people compared to what she gets.
What's crazy though is
and she already is getting paid anyways.
But Snowboard, here's the thing. These companies probably have shakedown money in their budgets. So you are right. If she would have asked for 40 grand, they'd have probably greased the wheels. That's petty cash.
Exactly.
500,000? Come on.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. She could have got like 25 grand cash in like a brown paper bag, and they'd be happy about it.
Yeah.
Like, she probably could have got away with a little bit, but she just got way too greedy.
Forward. According to Moses, he questioned this, and Kimber replied, quote, well, that's where I am and what I want. Moses declined an interview, but told News Channel 5 Investigates in a text, Joy knows what she said and did.
I want people to know.
Kimber.
Oh my God.
Ro also declined an interview, but sent us what she told us was her formal response to the complaint. This email that she sent to the Metro Legal Department and Metro Clerk, where she wrote, quote, Moses believes that he has family connections that make him untouchable. He's a spoiled, entitled, privileged, unhinged, lying crybaby who is attempting to besmirch my name.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Claiming, quote, he has...
guys, Sunday. Guys, we're talking about World War II battles and World War II facts, okay? So anyone, guys, Sunday, I want a huge panel, all right? We're going to talk about World War II on Sunday, okay? So anyone, I know that we had talked about that when I had the other live the other day briefly, so you touched on World War I, World War II, but I want to try and do a couple World War II streams, maybe talk about different battles, different parts of the war, different theaters of the war, you know what I'm saying? Maybe to talk about World War I in a different stream, even talk about Korea, because a lot of guys don't people have forgotten all about Korea. You know what I'm saying? And guys, I want a bunch of you guys on the panel. Okay, so.
Told a bunch of meritless lies, and I have the texts and emails to prove it.
Do you see anywhere in here where she says, I did not say the things I'm accused of saying?
I don't see it in there.
But Joe Bond told us when he asked Kimbrough about what's spelled out in this ethics complaint, he maintains that she did not deny any of it.
She said, well, I was bluffing to see whether or not.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
You know, he would just leave it alone, just forget it.
Wait, she told you she said it?
She said that she was bluffing him.
What's not clear is why the councilwoman would try to, quote, bluff Ryan Moses. But just one day after that call between Moses and Kimbrough, the councilwoman wrote in an email to constituents that she would not be able to support the Best Friends project. That, quote,
of course, she tries to tank the project.
Yeah, she was trying to get the job to be quid pro
From the
quo.
Look at this. Here we go, guys.
State all the way to the White House. From the mid-state all the way to the White House. The bungled brand makeover that's been the talk of the nation, even catching President Trump's attention. Cracker Barrel, you know, or may not know, got to start right here in the mid-state, headquartered still in Lebanon.
Also out in Wilson County, one person who is watching this country fried drama with particular interest, one of the restaurant's co-founders, and he invited me to pull up a chair to chat.
You got to have some hog jaw in the beans.
At 93 years old, Tommy Lowe clearly remembers opening the very first Cracker Barrel.
On September the 19th, 1969, I went out, that was Monday morning, I went out and unlocked the door. And
this is the guy that has the Grim Reaper in a headlock, man. He ain't going easy. You know what I'm saying? This is one ornery son bitch right here. And you know he's seen a lot and done a lot, you know?
People just came in.
It was a partnership between two friends, Dan Evans and himself.
Yeah, he was old
an old
back
country store and restaurant along with a filling station.
Colonel Sanders started his business when he was late in life too.
Yeah.
Colonel Sanders started KFC when he was like 65 or something. He was already retired.
Yeah.
Needed a little
pretty cool.
backing.
Like, he's very interesting. Look into Colonel Sanders sometime.
So wait.
He has some really good quotes and stuff.
He opened this in 69 and he is 93 now. So wait. How old was he when he opened this place? Do the math. He was in his 40s or in his late 30s, I think.
I think like late 30s.
Yeah, man, look at how old they all look back then, right?
Ever to find 10 guys put up $10,000.
So back then, Cracker Barrel wasn't a sure bet.
Oh, it wasn't a bet at all.
But as we all know, some 600 stores later, it did pay off. When Cracker Barrel started, and you had this idea from visiting this old general store, what were the tenets of your business that you thought would make it successful?
Well, it was just a country store, so country people.
You can see that in one of Lowe's cherished heirlooms. This is the original menu.
Yeah, there's a country boy, $1.95.
And you can almost taste that country cooking.
We served a center cut piece of country ham on there with 3 eggs and grits and hash browns and biscuits and jelly and
America! That's what I'm talking about. That's called America right there. You
Dude, this guy still had, like, right in this interview, he probably has like a 357 Magnum. Like, on his purse. This guy like loves that gun for sure.
Yeah. And
a revolver, like a huge one.
Because 69, he'd have been born in the 20s. So I think he was too young for World War II. But you know he probably served in Korea, so he probably has his M14 still. And someone break into his house, you're in trouble. He's probably still a crack shot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DTM, what's up, man?
And this guy is waiting to kill somebody. If a black dude comes into his house, he'll be like, he's gonna not think.
Nah,
twice.
he's in rural Ohio, so he has meth heads to worry about. You know what I'm saying? He has Cletus and Trailer Trash Tammy to worry about. John James, what's up, dude? So,
gravy.
All trademarks of Cracker Barrel, just like Uncle Herschel on the company's logo, until a brand refresh took a bite out of the barrel. Now, when you saw this,
what were they thinking, guys? What were they thinking?
Well, they were thinking what a lot of basic women that don't like art or anything. Look how the left is more artistic, detailed, intricate. The right is just like bland,
Practical,
basic,
pragmatic.
Yeah, like they don't want anything like that.
There's something that you're missing here, right? They have these marketing executives who will come. They think that LA and New York are it. They think it's it. They think all the rest of the United States are flyover states and people are useless, right? So this CEO probably went to some woke high school and then went to went to some woke college and then did her MBA at a woke business school, did some woke internship at some woke startup, and then they put her in charge of Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. You're probably right.
Guys, you know what's funny? There's this whole thing about like, you know, who was the original human being and where they were found. Hey guys, you guys know that all the continents used to be one big continent, right? Like people don't understand, like the continents drifted apart over time. So like everyone's like, oh, well, we're, you know, do we come from Africa or Europe or whatever? Guys, what are you talking? There's probably people in the same places in that particular central landmass all at the same time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every couple of years, they find what they think is the oldest set of bones. One will be in Italy or Greece, or one will be in the Middle East, or one will be in Africa, whatever. But we do know the oldest people were found in anywhere from the Mediterranean to the old like Mesopotamia, Iraq or Iran to Ethiopia. That sphere of an area, you know? So
Out of the barrel. Now, when you saw this logo rolled out the other day.
Oh, that's crazy.
He said, that's crazy. What were you thinking?
Nothing. It's a bland nothing. It's pitiful.
Following public outcry, presidential pressure, and a stock plunge.
Look at this stock plunge, guys.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Tuesday, Cracker Barrel
That just
rolled
went right
back
down
its
to the bottom of the Cracker Barrel. That stock.
decision, making what's old new again.
They're trying to modernize to be more like the competition. Cracker Barrel doesn't have any competition.
Look at that, guys.
Yeah.
Look at that
right
out there.
He's right.
There you go. This is why he made a good business.
Lowe, who went from vice president of operations to a decades-long board member, then loyal customer in retirement. It is just the latest misstep following a very expensive restaurant and menu update under the...
They basically...
Oh, man, this liberal.
Yeah. Guys, they try to make Cracker Barrel look like First Watch or the Egg and I or any of those modern breakfast restaurants.
Direction of CEO Julie Massino.
Yeah.
The CEO is coming up on 2 years of
They even changed the inside.
Oh,
You know what
my
I'm saying?
God.
Oh, yeah.
being in that position.
Wow, that's a lot of
Has
money.
she ever stopped by and said
I
hello?
don't have any idea who she is.
And she doesn't have any idea who you are.
Of course not.
Do you think
doesn't
she knows the
appreciate
story
anything.
of Cracker Barrel?
Say again?
She won't appreciate anything. She's like, this is just another white man who built a business that I'm now
Yeah, I'm going to
ruining.
friggin' jump up on my desk, pull down the friggin' hemp panties, and pee all over his desk.
I don't think so. I heard she was at Taco Bell, but what's Taco Bell know about Cracker Barrel and country food? And the food is something that you need to work on. Spending $700 million to do that is all I've been doing. I'm just throwing money out the street.
Lowe says from the beginning, simplicity and authenticity were the main ingredients in Cracker Barrel's winning recipe.
Yeah, guys, I hadn't ever seen a Cracker Barrel until I moved to Texas. You know, Cracker Barrel's good, man. Because guys, I like breakfast food. If there was one type of food that I could eat forever, it would probably be breakfast. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eggs, bacon, hash browns, omelets, waffles, pancakes. You know what I'm saying? I love that. You know what I'm saying?
Or like a good
And
corned
today-
beef hash.
Oh yeah, there you go. Carl and Snowboard, you guys ever eat Scrapple?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Scrapple's good too, man.
What
There's
is
another
that?
name
Like apple thing? What? I'm serious. This might be a West Coast thing. I've never heard of.
No,
I
it's a
hit up
Pennsylvania
breakfast
thing.
places.
It's a Pennsylvania thing. Scrapple is how do you even just describe
It's like
it.
a banana bread looking thing.
No, it's meat. This is meat.
What? What the heck is going on? I thought it was like an apple pie thing.
Guys, put a 1 if you ever tried Scrapple, right?
Oh my god,
so
this is like
Scrapple
Soylent
is like-
Green stuff.
Nah,
I've
it's
never
good.
seen this.
It's cornmeal and then ground and then like so it's like sausage and cornmeal put together. It's if you put some syrup on this bad boy, it's so good. Yeah, ground pork and then cornmeal or buckwheat flour. It's so
I know
good.
buckwheat flour. Okay.
Yeah, it's so good, man. You can cook it a little bit extra so it's crispy on the outside. It's like an old school. It's one of those Americana dishes from like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like ammonia salad, ambrosia salad. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those old timey American things. Yeah, but
It's like a
Scrapple-
liverwurst sandwich or something like that. Liver and onion.
Yeah. But they call it something else. I forget what the other name is. It's good though, guys. If you haven't tried, there's another Pennsylvania thing that they have, and it's is it like creamed? Man, hold on. Pennsylvania Dutch cream chip beef. There it is. This stuff is good, dude. It looks like vomit, but this stuff is good.
Oh yeah, it's the old SOS.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, cream chip beef, dude. This is so good. Yeah, guys, I lived in Pennsylvania, Central PA, and guys, this is like Amish food and like all that type of stuff. It's good, man. So, anyways, I digress.
A CEO should bet on that.
If they don't get back to keeping the country, then it ain't going to work.
Cooked, guys.
He wants a country. And when you go to Cracker Barrel, you do want a country.
Yeah.
You want an old guy like that kind of waiting to say the N-word. Like, that's what you want at Cracker Barrel.
Seriously.
Like, that's
Yes.
seriously what it is. There's nothing wrong with that.
I've been into plenty of Cracker Barrels, guys, and it's just a place that you go and eat. What are you talking about? Right? Now, guys, let's talk about Canada, right? Canada, right, guys? Cooked, right? Guys, look at this. This person says, so Canadians are leaving the country in record numbers, and nearly 50% are from one province. So this guy's saying he's thinking about immigrating to New Zealand. Let's see. Oh, where's that YouTube video? Hold on, guys. So I found this guy right here on where's he at? This guy right here. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll watch this first. This is like an overview, guys. This is actually called Canada is Cooked, okay?
Hey there. Oh, Canada, the land of maple syrup, polite people, and apparently one of the reasons we have the Geneva Convention. When you think about Canada, you probably picture a first world advanced country. GDP over $2 trillion US.
First Use TV, what's up, dude? Yeah. Their immigration is just horrible, dude. Like Canada, the UK, their immigration is what we hyperbolize ours to be. You know what I'm saying? It's insane.
Strong welfare, high quality of
remixer. We are gonna get to Alberta here in a second. Okay.
Quebec also wanted to separate too, like years ago.
Yeah, but
be its own country.
But here's the thing: Alberta has been doing this because they're the energy powerhouse, and Ontario is just completely just crushing them economically and just sucking all their. Remember, they're 14% of Canada's GDP, and like less than like 10% of the population. It's ridiculous. So, guys, any Canadians who want to call in, man, you know. So, Percy, if you're in Canada, Jimmy, if you're up there, call in, man. Percy, actually, yes, there is a way for Alberta to separate. Canada is one of the few countries that it's built into you guys' government that they can actually separate. DTM says, "Welcome to Dubai." I mean, Ontario. That's pretty funny.
Life sounds like a dream, right?
And how is it that us American guys actually care more about Canada in the UK than all these simps and betas that are in the UK and the Canadian government? Isn't it funny how that works, guys?
Yeah.
You know? So
that's why so many people, especially from developing countries, dream of moving there to study, to work, to start a better life. All good until you talk to the people who actually live in Canada. According to a Ledger poll, almost half of Canadians live paycheck to paycheck. Many are even thinking about leaving the country. Yes, even immigrants. Some who just arrived already want out. Wait, what? You want to move to Canada while the people living there want to leave? What's going on? Well, that's the story we're diving into today. Because on paper, Canada looks rich, but in reality, it feels very different from what most non-Canadians think. Section 1, the origin. Well, we need to go back to the 2008 global financial crisis, where most countries got hit pretty hard, especially the US. And surprisingly, Canada actually came out pretty well this time. Why? Because Canadian banks were more cautious. They were better regulated and had fewer risky loans. After the crisis, economies around the world were in bad shape. People had no money to spend. Businesses had no money to operate. So central banks around the world stepped in by printing more money and slashing interest.
Of course.
Yeah, bailing them out.
See? And snowboards, I think when snowboard, I think it was Colin and Snowboard, both of you guys. Since you guys first came into the channel, I think both of you guys were talking about printing more money.
Yeah,
that was both you guys, right?
Before, yeah.
Yeah. I remember Snowboard with that. When you first started calling in, you had talked about printing so much money. So
yeah, it's not a good thing.
Yep, not at all, man.
And guess what? Even in Canada, well, actually Canada is not a part of it, but guess where a ton of the money went to? It built banks, but also bailed out insurance companies some of the time too. There's an insurance company that we've given as equal amount of money as Ukraine. If it was a more public, if it was more private sector based, you know what I mean, like more competitive insurance, they would never do that. So that's what I'm saying. Insurance companies are in bed with the government, basically. Sure. They're almost like an arm of the government.
Yeah, that's true. And most of the people in government are invested in insurance companies anyways.
Yeah, there's no competition.
Yeah,
like if you have a law that you need to have car insurance, like I don't get why they even advertise car insurance to you, because it's like, well, I have to like basically buy some.
Like everyone else, Canada's economy still needed support after the crash. But the problem was, while the US and the UK were dealing with collapsing banks and mass layoffs, Canada's economy wasn't hit nearly as hard. And yet, Canada took a similarly extreme path. Between 2007 and 2010, the Canadian Central Bank slashed the interest rate from over 4% down to just 0.25%. That's a massive drop. And for a country that was relatively stable, some experts argued that this was way too much. This gave Canadians access to super cheap debt, and they went all in on real estate.
Yeah.
People started competing to buy homes, and prices skyrocketed. Demand soared. Supply couldn't keep up because building homes takes time, permits, land, materials.
So all this
And
is going
insurance.
on, and they started mass immigration too.
Yeah.
So on top of all of this, that's going.
A country that was relatively stable, some experts argued that this was interest rate from over 4%
Canada seems
down to
to
just
be very like
0.2,
OSHA
nearly as
obsessed
hard.
and job
And
safety
And yet
obsessed
Canada
too.
took a similarly extreme path. Between 2007 and 2010, the Canadian Central Bank slashed the interest rate from over 4% down to just 0.25%.
And look at how long they did it too. Damn.
That's a massive drop. And for a country that was relatively stable, some experts argued that this was way too much. And that's when the housing problems in Canada really started.
And that was back in 2012. And then dumbass Trudeau got in there, right?
Yep.
Prime Minister.
Beta!
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And let all these knuckleheads in.
So to
can Canada get back on track or not? I think that the people of it's gonna take something extreme like Alberta doing what it's trying to do to completely upset the status quo, and then Canadian people are gonna have to rise up. They're gonna have to there's gonna have to be people in the streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, the closest example we have had to that is when they did the trucker protests, and
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
if that didn't change that much, you basically need civil unrest at that point. But they're not an armed public, so it's not really looking great.
Yeah.
put it simply, imagine this. After the 2008 crash, the US had full-blown kidney failure. They needed emergency dialysis just to survive. But Canada? Canada was just mildly dehydrated. It just needed to drink some water. Instead, it jumped into dialysis too. Healthy people don't need dialysis, but Canada signed up anyway. Section 2. Housing addiction. As we mentioned before, Canadians started to go crazy on real estate. Real estate has become
If you bought homes around this time, you're sitting pretty, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like I have friends of mine who bought houses in early 2020, and now their houses are worth almost double. But here's the thing, guys. Once again, this is like the golden handcuffs. Because if you bought a house, either right before the cough or during the cough with those low interest rates, good luck selling your house and getting another house for a low interest rate. So you're kind of locked in, So
Canada's biggest sector, bigger than tech, bigger than manufacturing
Damn,
and
look at that.
production. And that's a big problem because you can't export a condo. You can't build innovation on someone else's rising rent. While other countries invest in manufacturing and technology, Canada has heavily focused on real estate. That's why other fields like tech and manufacturing are.
This is a really good video, guys.
Yeah.
This explains 101, guys. Guys, make sure to go over here and drop him a sub, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a really, really, really good video.
Yeah, I think it's good to
behind.
give a good baseline how you're doing before if we're gonna discuss the country
Yeah.
and stuff. It's kind of
Yeah.
good because we don't really that's another thing. Like as Americans, we barely care about any other country that around us that much. The average
Yeah.
person.
I think it's funny that Canada, they're adjacent to us, more so than Mexico, because they're more developed, but they're just different enough. Canada
Yeah.
is to us what Louisiana is.
Yeah.
How Louisiana has different laws and all that other stuff. It's wait, what? Guys, this channel's called Explains 101. Make sure to go over there and drop them a sub.
But it's not just a policy mistake, it's a mindset too. Especially with our parents telling us to buy a house because housing seems like a guaranteed investment. Prices keep rising, so people believe it'll never fail. Many even rely on home value as their main source of wealth.
Look at that.
So in reality, they don't have cash, but they look rich on paper. because their house's price is increasing like crazy each year. This belief helped inflate the market far beyond reason. Now, if we look at this chart, both the US and Canada had fast-growing housing markets in the 2000s, with prices rising much faster than salaries. But then came the 2008 crash. The US market got hit hard, especially the housing market, and prices dropped significantly, making homes more affordable again, even if just for a while. But what about Canada? As I mentioned earlier in Section 1, Canada didn't suffer a major crash. The economy stayed relatively stable. And because it wasn't hit as badly, so the home prices never reset.
Whoa, look at that. Look at that, guys. Look at those home prices. Damn. Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's like the hockey stick graph.
Whoa, it went up higher. It went up higher. I spoke too soon, guys.
Oh my God.
You're cooked.
Got even worse as prolonged low interest rates and rising demand kept pushing prices higher year after year. While wages barely moved, home prices just kept climbing. No pause, no reset, just straight to the moon. And this problem was worsened by investors too. In 2020, around 20 to 30% of houses were owned by investors, including real estate companies and small-scale landlords.
With
These
small
homes
hats.
are used to make money. Some are rented out. Some are flipped, like bought cheap, renovated, and sold for profit. Others just sit there, waiting for prices to go even higher. Now, none of
that's one thing that I can say. No, it's not boomers. It's large corporations.
Yeah.
Because it makes sense, right? Even us, guys, Colin, Snowboard, Shred Cloud, myself. Let's just say that we all put in $500K each, and we go around Dallas, or we go around San Antonio, or we go around somewhere that's blowing up like what was one of the fastest growing housing markets in the U.S.
I think Arizona had a lot of growth.
Here we go. Where's a good one? Omaha, Nebraska is blowing.
Perfect.
Let's just say that we all put $500K in and buy like 8 homes in Omaha, right? We can just let them sit there and accrue value, right? Like it doesn't really take. There are regular people where like 8, 9, 10 people will all go in and just buy properties. And then they just wait, and then they all just say, we'll sell them in like 5 years. That's what a lot of Africans in Washington State do, So, Shred Cloud, what's up, dude?
How's it going, man?
Good, man. Is Canada cooked? And how cooked is it?
Canada is 100% cooked, and I thought I would jump up here because I used to live in Canada. I just emigrated here like 3 years ago. And
congratulations, man. America. Let's go. Let's go.
And honestly, I knew it was over 3 years ago when I left. And when I talked to friends back home, it's like it gets worse even faster than I thought it would.
Now, so here, let's cook here for a second, right? Since you're here, you can give us a bit more background as a subject matter expert here. Here, let's cook here, right? Shred Cloud, here, tell us a little bit about yourself and like where you are from in Canada and why you left, and then like how things have changed.
Okay, so I'm 39 years old. I'll be 40 at the end of the year. I lived until I was about 21 in Canada. I traveled around. I lived in the States for a little while in the UK. I actually went back to Canada just before the pandemic, and I was living there throughout the pandemic. And the biggest motivator for me was kind of the way they handled the whole cough, and just you could just see the way the country was going at that time too. I actually wanted to jump up and talk about this whole housing thing too, because there's an aspect to this that's kind of like there's another shoe that's about to drop in the next couple of years that a lot of people don't even talk about. And like, not only were they selling people the impression that housing prices would never drop, but then they were encouraging people to take out money against their equity, right? So it's like, okay, people bought these houses and they were worth 400,000. Now they're worth 7. They're like, yeah, go ahead and play with that 300,000. The bank will just give you the money. And what happens is that they're now taking out a second mortgage, which would be at the latest interest rate, which was fine because, like the chart showed us, the interest rate stayed super low for a super long time. So one thing people don't, a lot of people don't know what really differentiates America's financing for mortgages as Canada's. Like, you know how you can have a fixed mortgage rate and then a variable?
Yeah.
Well, they have the same thing in Canada, except that the fixed mortgage rate is kind of an illusion because it does not stay fixed for the entire life of the loan.
Well, if I could just interrupt, is this like in Iceland where your rate is tied to like the GDP of the country or like the economy or whatever?
No, it's a little bit different. But what happens is that when you get a fixed rate, you can only keep your fixed rate for a maximum of 5 years.
What?
Yeah. So you think about even using that wording, it's so deceptive. Even most Canadians don't understand that. So right now in 2025, the majority of people that bought in 2020,
they're cooked.
They're so cooked because they bought at historically low interest rates.
Oh, no.
They took out
Small
tons
hat
of their
special.
equity, and now they have to pay it back at today's interest rate.
Can you imagine that you buy a house during the cough, and then 5 years later, you find out
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Jason Adams, he has the $10, man. Thanks for that. He said, thanks for your take on this. Much appreciated. Clown World. Hey, thanks for that, man. Thanks for the $10. Appreciate that.
You are scaring the hoes.
Thanks for that. Yeah. Keep going, man. The floor is yours, buddy.
Yeah, so they're about to have their 2008 moment. So right now, because again, you look at the timeline, we're in 2025. So right now we're only seeing kind of the beginning of the 2020 rush where people are now being forced to renew and take on today's interest rate, which for most of them, they can't handle it. They could only get into that house.
It's what, triple or no, because it was like it was like 0.25 or like 1%.
And now it's 5.
5%. They're good.
Yeah, they're so screwed.
Does anyone want to do the math? I don't know. If anyone has
I can tell you examples from people that I know.
Yeah,
Some people went from paying $3,000 a month in mortgage, and now they have to pay like 6 or 7.
Damn.
Meanwhile, everybody's fighting
isn't
inflation at the same time. Food is going up, everything's going up at the same time. Their car insurance, every expense is going up, and then they renew, and it's like they're immediately cooked.
Yeah, guys, did Colin Snowboard King Group? Did you know that? Did you know after you don't get a fixed rate for so the rate that you sign up for in Canada, you have to renegotiate or reevaluate every 5 years? Is it every 5 years?
Every 5 years, yeah.
Whoa, that's crazy.
It's such a illusion. I don't even know why they call it fixed. It's not fixed.
Yeah. In Iceland, the rate that you get on a mortgage is tied directly to the GDP or whatever. So it's always changing all the time from year to year. So it's never the same. It's crazy. That's why not a lot of people in Iceland own property, because A, you got to put a big down payment down, and B, your house payment's always changing all the time.
Yeah,
insane.
It's crazy not to be able to lock in your rate because and then they have the same problem with as America that wages are stagnant. So when your interest rate goes up by 4 times and you're not making even a couple more thousand a year, they're completely screwed. They're done.
Yeah. So where did where did you live? What province or area did you live
Oh,
in?
yeah. So I'm from Toronto, and that actually adds another interesting twist to all this. So when you're talking about kind of who's doing this buying, there's an element that you kind of only see in Toronto and in Vancouver, which are like the two biggest cities. And it's a lot of Chinese CCP and Chinese.
Yes, I'm from Seattle, Shred Cloud. They did the same thing in Washington State and in California and in Oregon. Because guys, the CCP, so let's just say Colin, Snowboard King, and Shred Cloud and I own a business, right? And we're like millionaires. You know that they can just literally make a small change to the currency and devalue it, and it screws you over. That's why Chinese nationals put all their money in the United States property, because then their government can't touch it. But the issue is you had parts of BC, parts of Calgary, Seattle, where all these neighborhoods were being bought at any price. Homeowners could ask any price. Some Chinese businessmen they buy it, and then the houses, they were deserted, so the owners weren't actually adding to the local economy.
When I think about the Chinese investment, it's like that scene from Scarface when the money counter is rolling.
Yeah.
Because they're literally just laundering the money a lot of the times too. It is money that they don't want the CCP to know that they have. And they'll like send their kids over here for school or something, then buy their kid like a mansion.
Yeah.
Like I went to school with kids where they're living in like 8-bedroom mansions, and they got a car, high-end car, and all that stuff. And they're like, they actually kind of try to keep it secret that their parents aren't even in the country. But if you ever go to their house, there's like it's just them, and maybe
there was a thing. You guys know what the chaebols are? Anyone?
No, I never heard of that.
CHAEBOL. Snowboard Colin. You guys know what the chaebols are?
No, I don't.
The chaebols. Let me share my screen. There are 12 families that own Korea. They own Korea, like Samsung, Hyundai, guys, large family-run business conglomerates that are fundamental parts of the South Korean economy. Samsung, Hyundai, LG, guys, these 12 families. They date back to like right before the war and everything. Sorry, right after, and they basically run all of Korea. You can be born in a LG hospital and be buried in an LG graveyard.
Wow,
insane, guys. And the problem is that the beautiful thing about the United States is that if there's if there's like a need. If we start a business, there's a good chance that we can fill that need, make a market, and make money. Chaebols artificially stunt innovation until they can identify the need and they can take it over.
Yeah.
So the whole Korean economy is one big bubble that's going to burst because the chaebols are the ones that are running it, everything, and their kids. There was one family's son where he was going to some expensive school in New York. His parents bought the entire like block of like New York home, like row homes in Central Park or whatever. So they bought like $27 million worth of property so that him and his friends could like go to school there, hang out. They own like almost a whole block of prime Manhattan real estate, and no one had even heard of these guys. It's crazy. Yeah, guys, watch these. There's plenty of documentaries.
So they're like a Rothschild type family of Korea, or even more.
Families plural. There's 12
families plural. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So it's 12.
There's 12. I'm sorry, top 10. There's smaller ones, kind of like how there's like ninja clans, or there's like the top 12, then there's like the minor clans or whatever, But these families, it's just crazy. And guys, if you see what might happen, they're cooked. They're cooked. So
we should do a show showing how Korea is and stuff. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
I'm gonna look into that.
So I would just say final point, because like basically the immigrants are working on such a different like set of economic factors than the average native Canadian. Like these Indians that come over, and then the Chinese.
Here, really fast. Can you like explain the whole immigration thing? Because we have our immigration thing here. Here you go, guys. Here's the Vice News one on the tables, right? And there's one more, guys. Hold on. See, look, they already crashed South Korea once, and now hold on. There's another one. Hold on, guys. Sorry. There's a. Here it is. Right here. Copy link. Oh yeah. So can you explain the whole immigration thing in Canada to us? Because I've tried to go into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But like since you've been there the entire time, you have a better understanding. Yeah.
Okay, and I'm no expert on either Canadian or US, but I do like I've dealt with enough Canadians and I understand some of what's going on there. So when it comes to a lot of specifically the Indian, which is like the number one nation they're importing from, they're giving out like pretty much an endless number of student visas. And then the fact is that when you look into where the visas are going and how they're being given out, a lot of times like the programs these people are studying under, they don't even really exist. So it's like they're just bringing them in on student visas and then allowing them to work low-end jobs. And then for a long time, they weren't even sending them back. They would just kind of like, if they can prove that they're employed at a certain point, they could stay in the country. There was a lot of pushback in the past year or two, especially leading up to that last election. And they kind of, I mean, as far as I can tell, they kind of pretended that they were going to make a big effort to get rid of the people that were overstaying their welcome, but they really kind of just started doing it and then quit. Yeah, like they kind of pretended they were making an effort and quit. But what I see like as the bigger impact, like whatever brought them here, that I understand less, but I understand that they are here. They're bringing tons of them, and because of the way that mortgage scheme works, like these Indians they'll live like 20, 30 people deep. Like they'll buy mansions and they'll have 5 persons a room, be filling up the basement. So now when all these mortgages come into crisis, the Chinese who are buying outright with laundered money, and then the Indians that are living 20 deep, they're going to be the only ones that are going to be able to keep their properties, because like these Canadians are all split, fractured. Their houses are single generation. So where mom and dad had to like probably take a chunk of the money out of their house to help their son and daughter buy a house, when all of these mortgages renew, all of them are going to be in trouble around the same time. Because a lot of times what happened is that mom and dad, when they helped their son or daughter buy that house in 2020, they took out a second mortgage on their house in 2020. So their renewal is going to be coming up this year or next year too. And like, meanwhile, like I said, the Indians, sure, their monthly cost will double along with everybody else's, but they have 20 people in the house. So it's like, at the end of the day, they're paying $300 to $500 a head, and you're not going to get them into financial trouble enough where they're going to lose the house like the average Canadian will.
Wow. It's so funny that like so Indians are to Canadians what Mexicans are to us here. Isn't that crazy, guys?
Exactly.
Guys, you know how we always say,
here. And their food smells. Honestly, I'm not even going to say the people. I haven't had that many experiences like that, but their food freaking smells, man. Like,
Thank you. Come again.
My friend, he's an Indian guy. He's a doctor, right? He lives in Alexandria. You guys know that Alexandria, Virginia, they call it what is it called? I think it's like Asiansandria or whatever, because there's so many Asians there, right? And of course, it's a very, 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 very affluent area. But he was selling his house because he's a oncologist, right? And so his house, it was on the market. It was like 980 grand he was selling it for. And he had an open house, and then this big black Benz shows up, and this Chinese dude and these other 3 Chinese dudes and black dudes get out. And this guy, he's like an older Chinese dude. He's like walking around the house for like 5 minutes, and then he goes, and this other guy walks up and is like, yeah, he wants to know how much the house, or what's the highest offer you've had for the house. He's like, well, like 980. He goes, he'll give you 500K over the asking price.
Oh yeah.
He's like, seriously? He's like, yeah. He goes, well, sold. So the guys go open up the trunk of the Benz and start getting out briefcases of money. He's like, whoa, wait a second. Oh, whoa. But he was some Chinese business guy, and he had cash. He had like $1 million plus odd in cash. And he bought my friend's house cash. They had to obviously go to the bank and do the wiring and all of that stuff, you know. But he came there to buy a house in Alexandria. So yeah,
That sounds like Chinese mafia to me, bro.
Hey. I was just gonna say the funny thing is
King
money's green.
King Groove, aren't they all though? Aren't they all, you know?
Look, I don't know how many times I've seen Jackie Chan having to fight him, so I guess so, bro. I don't know.
That's true. So Shred Cloud, we'll get back to the video here. What made you move? Like, what made you pull the trigger, and where did you move to, and how was your move?
Okay, what made me pull the trigger was basically I was ready to move from probably the first year into the pandemic. Like they really had like a chokehold on the whole city for a whole 2 years. Basically everything was shut down for 2 years straight in Toronto. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was like talking to her about moving to the States, and she was like at first a hard no, and we were getting closer and closer. How dare you? Yeah, exactly. And like we were getting closer and closer to her being a yes, as she was just like getting frustrated with the situation too. But then we ended up breaking up at like the end of 2022. So then I was like, yeah, there's no waiting for me anymore. I'm out of here.
He said,
right? Best move I ever made. So I live in Phoenix, Arizona now.
Wow, there you go. Good job. Good on you, man.
Yeah, everything's better, man.
Dude, that's a change in climate, right?
Right? No more snow. I got my guns. I really love where I am.
I tell you, dude, you moved to one of those free states in the union, man. You know what I mean? So yeah. Well, good on you, man. So like, how are things for your friends back home?
Well, what's funny is that you're having this show today, and I mean, I almost wish I had a way to play the audio. So I had a friend who sent me a voice message on WhatsApp. Me and him, probably my best friend, and we've been talking about him making a move down here. So he's like probably the only friend that's even visited me. Well, actually, I had one other friend. They both came at the same time, and they came to visit me here in Phoenix about a year into me living here. And my one friend who I'm closer with, who I talked to today, he basically told me he's ready to pull the trigger. He's going to put his house on the market there, and he's going to come move down here.
Awesome.
Wow, yeah, so I was pretty excited about that. But yeah, he was just saying he's done. Every update he gives me, it's always just like me and him would constantly talk about how bad things might get. Everything he sends me is either news articles or his own firsthand account. Because actually he works on the train system up there. Okay. And he does kind of like he's like a safety engineer or whatever they call it.
We could use him down here, that's for sure.
Yeah, once after Mayor Pete was in, it was like train derailments.
I know, right?
Constantly.
Right. So basically he does he monitors construction, which usually happens at night, and he's just always kind of updating me on just how crazy things are getting at night as they bring in more and more immigrants. So he's just like, he's done. He's tired of like watching the whole city go to crap. And he, like, I tell him how much better it is down here, and he's visited. He's like, I'm selling it. And I'm telling him like that his house, he has benefited from all the increase in house prices. He's been smart enough not to take out a ton of loans against his house. He only took out one small line of credit, which he used to renovate the house. So he has a ton of equity in his house. And I've been telling him, I actually work in real estate, so I've been telling him that, like, yeah, I was telling him that, like, look, the housing prices are pretty stable, but the market is slow for all those reasons that I was telling you. People cannot afford to get those houses with the higher interest rate. They could only really afford to get in there when interest rates were near zero. So even though, and now people aren't willing to lower the prices because they'll go underwater just like everybody did in 2008 in America. So he lives kind of in a remote part of town, and his neighbor is like has a ton of land and wants to buy his property too. So I've just been encouraging him, like, yeah, sell to the neighbor before the market goes down, and like, yeah, get what you can and get out of there. You're still gonna make a ton of money.
Yeah, right. And then he can just buy a house cash down in Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the plan. Like he doesn't have his paperwork straight yet, but you can, as a Canadian, own land here in Phoenix. So he's gonna buy something, live here, and then work out his immigration while he's living here, because he can still go back to Canada. He's not gonna do anything illegal, right? Because he can still go back periodically and then come back to America.
Hey, speaking of that, what do you think of these morons that are like, because of Orange Man, we're gonna run to Canada. Canada's taking visas. We're gonna be refugees to Canada.
The funny thing is, they never do it. America's way better. They know it. They're full of crap.
Or Canada.
Canada.
Here we go. Hold on. Why can't I share this? Let me see if this will work, guys. Hold on. Yeah. This was big on TikTok recently, where they're like, "We're gonna move to Canada." Hold on, guys.
Yeah, good luck if you need to use that free healthcare too. You're gonna have like
35
Indians. Yeah, you're gonna be waiting in line behind 35 Indians, and you'll probably bleed out in that emergency.
And it's so funny, but because they're trying to tell people legal ways to move to Canada, but then encourage people to illegally move here.
Right.
Morons.
I hear uninformed liberals always using that argument. Well, in Canada, you like do whatever you like want to do, and the cops like smoke a joint with you on the street in front of like the courthouse. Dude, I'm like, man, get out of here. Like they be saying that stuff, and it's just you just listen to them, and you like, well, why your ass ain't up there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yep, that's true. We're these idiots.
Well, we're looking at leaving.
Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. You can't understand what this idiot
have
say.
no idea.
We're going to look at Canada and Portugal. Those are the two places we're looking. I can't even believe that I have to say this, but I am not going to sit and wait and hope that what we're seeing unfold doesn't actually happen. I'm not. I'm almost 60. What does that give me? Another 25, 30 years?
Not if you don't get on that treadmill. You guys can see the bacon grease freaking coming out of her pores, man. What are you talking about? She's taking too many trips to Cracker Barrel.
She might become Canadian bacon.
Canadian bacon.
And I don't think people realize how cold it is up there. Guys, the thing about the United States, we have every single type of environment here in the States. We have everything from deserts to rainforests to prairie to tundra. You know what I'm saying? Canada is only cold. Like it's above the coldest areas. You think about the coldest states are Minnesota, Michigan, Illinois,
Detroit, stuff.
New York,
Wisconsin. Canada is north of that.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, Toronto, which is not even known to be like one of the colder parts of Canada, the winter, like what we would call winter type weather, it can last from 5 to 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
You can get like seasonal depression and stuff too.
I
'cause
did
you're
every
getting
year.
sunlight. That's no joke. That's for
Yeah,
real.
now you got
Honestly,
all that
the sun would
vitamin
only
D
come
down,
out.
down there.
Sorry, go ahead.
I said now you got all that vitamin D down in Phoenix, Shred.
Hell yeah.
That's what happened to me when I left Seattle to move to Texas. The sunshine, all of the vitamin D from the sunshine. You know what I'm saying?
No, wait a minute.
The opposite situation. Where in Canada, it's like you could go days where every single day is gray. Especially if you had a job where you had to go to work early and then you come home in the evening. The sun wouldn't come up till like 8:30 a.m. So that might be right when you're getting to the office, and then the sun will be down by like 4:30 at night. So sometimes it's like you spend the whole day in darkness.
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I wanted to say that.
But
yeah, no, which is super depressing. And on the way home, and often both times, you're stuck in like over an hour traffic in Toronto. What might be like a 20-minute drive would take you an hour.
What?
In traffic. Yeah,
well, I'm surprised
it's
about
up with
that.
LA. Yeah, when I was
that's really bad.
In Washington State, Colin knows, guys. It's gray all the time. Like anytime it's sunny, everyone's wearing shorts. It can be like 35 degrees, but if the sun's out, everyone's out like playing with frisbees and walking dogs and wearing shorts. You know, and so because there's not a lot of sun, and I didn't realize how much it affected my mood, even though I'm an outgoing guy. Until I left and I moved to Texas.
Yeah,
right,
no, it's a big deal, a huge deal. Actually.
Yeah, vitamin D helps give you energy, man, and that's what being out in the sun does. So
that's what she said.
Right.
This guy.
I gave her vitamin D.
Vitamin D. I was like, wait, pause. But I love the sun, though.
Guys, I was being serious, all right? No.
Yeah.
But it's true. That's why people... And guys, you ever notice how chicks in Phoenix, Dallas, Vegas, Miami, Memphis, Nashville, where it's sunny out a lot, you'll see a lot hotter chicks because in places like DC, New York, Albany, Seattle, you'll see chicks where if they were to lose about 20, 30 pounds, they'd be hot. In places like Phoenix, they all are. You don't see that because they're in the sunshine all the time. You know, so
yeah, they look less tasty, basically.
Man, what's going on?
Yeah, so this Thunderhead's trying to leave the U.S.
I'm just going to be real here. I don't want to live it like this. It's just not.
She has absolutely nothing going on. Nothing's wrong.
There's nothing going on.
Nothing is wrong.
If you turn off the news, if you turn off the internet and just walk around, you wouldn't know anything is going on. People honestly believe that the United States is this terrible country and blah, blah, blah. Guys, the United States, it's so funny. I always say the United States, people in America always try and compare America to utopia. They always look up instead of looking to the side. America sucks compared to where? Compared to where? Europe, where there's no freedom of speech or religion, or everyone's friggin' gonna be speaking Arabic in about 40 years? The Middle East, Southeast Asia, South America, China? Where? Where is better than the United States?
Man, I didn't even know this till just last year, and I'd like been to Europe before. But you know that most of Europe doesn't even have air conditioning?
Yeah. Nope.
Like what? But they're way ahead of us, though, right?
Guys, most of Europe doesn't have freedom of speech, and they don't have freedom of religion because they have state-sponsored religion. So if you live in the UK, part of your taxes go to the Anglican Church. Yeah. Even if you're Muslim, if you're Catholic or whatever, and the Anglican Church has, was it 2 or 3 slots in the House of Lords or the House of Commons? Guys, even Norway and Denmark, they're like 90-something percent atheist. Your taxes still go to the Church of Denmark and the Church of Norway. Guys, if you deny certain historical events in parts of Europe, they can put you in jail. They've been putting people in jail in England for tweets, for things on Twitter.
You know, they
Absolutely
Stuff to
insane.
get you locked up in Canada too.
No,
That was
like-
a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Germany too, like especially Germany, you got those old archaeologist type historians like the, you know, Sean Connery types, like 80 years old, have written like 20, 30 books, and they were disputing some numbers from the cost that was. Yeah, I said I said the cost. I said the cost. That's all I'm gonna say.
That one
You already know. You already know. They were saying that.
Guys,
No. I'm not gonna say that. They were saying that there weren't as many Albertsons or Krogers in that location as previously recorded.
But here's the thing.
Yeah, but-
even the guy that said that one of the biggest tragedies that ever happened was to the citizens, to the women, children of Germany after the war. The first year, like 6 months to a year after the war ended, what the Russians did to the German people is one of the most non talked about tragedies.
I've never even heard of it.
Dude,
it was a lot of sense, though. Just you saying that makes sense. They could have done whatever they wanted.
Yeah.
That was the Bolsheviks. They were very brutal.
Interesting. Very
And
interesting.
honestly, it makes sense because they lost a lot of people taking down the Germans.
Yeah, Germany was brutal against them initially. I mean, they were getting beat down before the Allies got him. They were. I mean, there's just so many of them. They're like roaches. They just keep coming though.
But,
Yeah, no, 21 million soldiers.
But guys, look at this. The brutal genocide of the German people after World War II. Guys, look at this. This is a good one too. No one talks about what happened to the Germans after World War II. Guys, what people don't know. Do you know how many people now are like a quarter Russian because their moms and because their grandmothers and great grandmothers and great aunts were all essayed by Russians? You know what I'm saying?
You know,
It's crazy, man.
the same in China. There's a lot of parts of China that a quarter of those people are Japanese. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Korea too.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, guys, they don't talk about the fact that Japan conquered Korea in like 1905. Okay, and when they took over Korea, they completely destroyed Korean culture. They blew up all the ancient monuments. They gave everyone Japanese names. They made it illegal to speak and write Korean. Kids couldn't learn Korean. It was nuts. So for 40 years, it was illegal to be Korean in Korea, and the Japanese ruled with an iron fist. So it's funny that I always say, King Groove, have you heard these pro-blacks that are like, oh, well, slavery causes generational trauma that's built into the very DNA of black people. That's why we're still failing. It's like, well, then why are the Koreans doing good then? Because they were destroyed not too long ago.
I'm going to be honest with you, and how I debunk that argument. You know, I'm in Texas as well, and we got something like 5+ million Africans, and they're doing well. I mean, these Nigerians, Kenyans, they are balling. They got money, a lot of doctors, lawyers. I mean, so what I say to people, especially the Bonnet crew, I say, well, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, these females were literally in the 90s. We're not talking about something like Jim Crow, which most of y'all weren't even born yet. In the 90s, they were getting like whipped with chains, getting, hit up in the leg and stuff just for reading certain material or for speaking out against, whatever party that was ruling during the apartheid and other stuff going on.
Wait. Hey, guys, in the chat, please code your language.
Yeah.
Guys, please say small hats. Don't actually put the name of the event, guys. I really don't want to get my channel taken down. And guys, when we talk about World War II on Sunday, Prowler, I'm going to warn you one more time. I was warning you the other day, guys. Don't put the Germans of that particular time. Don't put their name in the chat, guys. I will talk more about these topics, but guys, I have to have you code your language and understand the rules. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Jimmy, you are kind of new, so you don't know. But guys, please, channels are getting demonetized, they're getting strikes, they're getting taken down. Guys, censorship is about censoring ideas and not language. Guys, we should be able to say whatever we want by coding our language.
Yeah. Make a smaller footprint with it.
Please, guys, please. My other channel got demonetized. I don't want this one getting demonetized too. All right. So guys, when we have our conversation on Sunday about World War II, you know what? Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second here.
I don't really know a lot about World War II.
Guys, I have an echo coming from someone. Oh, sorry, guys. That's on my end. Sorry. Okay. That is on my end. Come on, guys.
I want to know about the world.
Hold on, guys. Prowler, you are done, buddy. Sorry. I told you, dude. I told you, you're done, dude. I told you not to put the Germans of that time, and then you're gonna put the guy's name in my chat. Am I speaking fucking Greek here? I'm speaking English, right, guys?
Yep.
The instructions are clear, correct? Guys, I don't ask for much. I don't. I really don't. 99% of my chat, 99% of you guys can say all types of crazy stuff, but you always code your language, and I appreciate that. But there's always one moron, one idiot who can't do it, guys, and you're gonna get banned. Sorry. Lenny warned this guy 2 streams ago. I warned him twice. He's gone. Okay, guys. How many times have I ever had to ban people? Jimmy, you're totally cool, dude. You didn't know, all right? Guys, I rarely have had to ban people, and we say all types of crazy stuff on this channel, but we keep it clean. Okay. Guys, Better Bachelor got, the Quartering got, a bunch of big channels got like a month and a half ago, all right? Guys, I don't want to get got. So thanks to all you guys. Once again, I'm fine with having more of these controversial topics or whatever, or even like, historical and political conversations with you guys, because I know that that's what a lot of us are interested in, right? But guys, I just need you all to do me one favor, please, and that's think about a clever way to say stuff, right?
Incorporate numbers.
Yeah, thank you.
Three is like an E.
Yeah.
Plus, it looks hood.
Looks
cool.
I always say, guys, I always say that the algorithm is Coyote and we're the Roadrunner. We can outsmart the algorithm. So guys, so Sunday's gonna be World War II, guys. We'll talk about anything and everything World War II. I'm gonna have a big panel. We can talk about the battles and all of that. The only thing, guys, is a whole conspiracy about the numbers. I just want to talk about the politics and the battles and all that other stuff, guys. I don't want to get into the whole numbers and all that other stuff. Sorry, guys. That's just not a conversation that we can dance around it, obviously, right? But like, I want to actually talk about, like, Normandy and the Battle of the Bulge and Kursk and Stalingrad and all that other stuff, So, but yeah, guys. So let's get to this is costs of living. That's another video that I want to show.
Rural areas have the same
before we get to Alberta
problem, which is the crazy cost of living. Not only are the housing and rent prices ridiculously high, prices have gone up across the board. but wages haven't kept up.
Yeah.
Having a full-time
Just like Shrek Cloud said.
salary job doesn't guarantee stability anymore. In fact, for many Canadians, it's just not enough to survive. According to an RBC poll, almost half of Canadians now spend their entire income just on basic daily expenses.
Come on.
Wow.
You guys, this is included with the fact that people aren't getting married and they're trying to live on their own. These women made it so that they had to be 2-income households, but don't want to have a 2-income household. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing left over. And many have already dipped into their emergency funds or even their retirement just to survive. For example, in Toronto, the largest city in Canada,
there you go.
The median household income is around $97,000 a year, or about $8,000 per month before taxes. After taxes, that becomes around $6,500. As of May 2025, the average rent.
Whoa! $2,300 a month.
You know what's funny? I feel like a lot of these numbers, he's being generous. Number one, if you're making $8,000 a month, the taxes, you're not getting $6,500 a month.
Yeah.
You're probably going to see around $58.
Wow, look at that.
One-bedroom apartment is about $2,300. That leaves around $4,200 for everything else, like groceries, utilities, transport, insurance, and any surprise. For two people,
always
this
is in
is
there.
already tight, and they need.
Yeah, but if it was a guy that actually kept his woman in check, this is actually plenty to live on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, even in Canada, where it's more expensive.
How do they handle student loans up there?
Oh, that's a whoa, hey, yeah. That's a very good question.
Here's the thing about it. Like, that's actually less of a problem in Canada if you go to school in Canada, because our schools, like if you go to the equivalent of a state school, it only costs about $6,000 a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so loans, even if you take loans out, you can come out and finish school with like $40,000 in loans. And that's
Guys,
if you
make sure to hit the like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the join button. Guys, thanks to all you guys that hit the Cash App. I appreciate that. And
But you know what? Even though, sorry.
Am I muted? Guys, once again, thanks for all the super chats, guys. I actually needed a new keyboard, and I got one. So thanks, you guys. That's where the super chats went. I have there's this specific type of keyboard and mouse that I have to get because of my what is it called? What is it called? Carpal tunnel. So yeah, guys, and this is the only one that actually works. So that's where the super chats went is getting rid of my carpal tunnel from typing all day. So who was talking? Who was saying something? Sorry for interrupting you, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I was gonna say that like the amounts as far as the student loans end up being smaller, but it still ends up being a debt that follows people around for years and years, because once they get out of school, they're barely making any money, and then the interest just keeps accruing on those student loans while they just pay the minimum. But most people will not have hundreds of thousands. It would be like 50 to 60.
Okay. It says the average student loan debt for a Canadian is anywhere from $28,000 to $30,000.
Not bad.
So
does that include books, or is that just straight tuition?
Yeah, if you like, tuition would be about $6,000 to $8,000 a year, and then your books would probably cost you.
How about living on campus?
Living on campus, yeah. Now you're talking maybe another like $4,000 or $5,000 per semester.
Yeah. Wow.
Do y'all even have cheerleaders up there?
Not really, man. Not really. The sports, sports are not that serious.
But you guys have Kokanee and Coffee Crisp, so that's a +1 to Canada.
Oh, Coffee Crisp is good.
Okay, here we go. So the average tuition cost for a domestic undergraduate student in Canada is $73,600 Canadian dollars, while
No,
international students pay
7,360.
yeah.
Yeah, but you convert that to United States currency, and that's $250.
Yeah, but this doesn't include this doesn't include room and board, so this can probably jump a lot higher. Yeah, wow. Hold on.
Plus, I forgot they also have Timmy's.
Let's see. Ooh, the total average cost for university education, including tuition and living expenses, is $35,000. Wow.
Yeah, you know what? Because I was giving you numbers from when I was in school, but like the guy was saying,
$20,000. Yeah.
The average rent's gone up so high that would definitely that's going to affect what it costs to live on campus too.
Wow, that's crazy, man.
To live modestly. And if they have a child, even just one, the cost of childcare, milk, diapers, school, and extra food.
I got shit to do with it.
Yeah, right. Guys, yeah, about kids, guys.
That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me. That ain't got shit to do with me. Hey, that ain't got shit to do with me.
It's true, guys. It's true, guys. I'm not having any kids. You know, and guys, here's the thing. Once again, this is women's fault. Because the average cost of childcare in DC is $2,400 a month for one kid. And that's women's fault. Because back in the 80s, there were still enough housewives where they would watch the neighborhood kids during the day while the moms went to work. My great aunt babysat us. She was one of the last housewives in the neighborhood. So my parents paid her like $50 a week or like $40 a week for all three of us. And she had her garage was finished and there was toys and snacks and whatever. It was like 30 of us in there. And we would play and have fun, you know, and that's how she made her side hustle. That's how it was in like the 70s, the 80s, and I would say even the early 90s. And then all these daycare centers popped up where it's $2,400 a month per child. But then the only people who work there are Consuela and Glauctasia.
Yeah, wicked high all day.
Yeah, making minimum wage.
They're throwing your kid into like a snake pit with other kids.
Yeah, or your freaking kids are freaking
in the Fight Club thing.
Yeah, stuck on a thing with fentanyl. Yeah, you guys remember that?
Fight Club. Where they're like knocking your kid upside the head for asking for another snack.
Hold on, guys, wait.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Let's get ready to rumble!
Look at this, guys. Watch.
Oh my god!
A 10-year-old took this Fight Club video with his iPad.
Look at she's like dancing.
Room. That's his little brother crying after 3 fights. One teacher's excited, jumping up and down.
Are you shocked, guys? Right?
She's like waving money around, betting on.
Streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got.
I cannot believe the race of the teacher. I'm shocked.
I'm shocked and appalled. They're demons, man. They're demons. I'm telling you, guys, this is why I will stand 10 toes down in this. You could Thanos snap away. 99.76% of B-dubs away. And the world would be a much better place. I'm serious. No one would miss them.
Yeah, I gotta. You're right, bro. I took my dad to go buy a Toyota Avalon from an African dealership. You know, nice private dealer. Had a lot of nice luxury, pre-owned stuff. And we went out there. African guy, real cool, real smart. He had a master's degree, and he said he's only had 2 bad reviews in the 14 years he'd been in business. Upscale area, very affluent Caucasian area. Okay, 2 bad reviews in 14 years. And guess who it was each
It's
time?
Octavia and friggin' Sharkeisha.
Yes. He told my dad, me and we were standing there, he said, you know what we have to do, brother? We must breathe them out. I was dying laughing. I was done. And I was like, Africans, people say that they will, gravitate towards anything in that way. But he was like, I got too much to lose. I make too much money. I don't want to touch them. I was like, wow.
Yeah. Hold on. Do you guys ever see this? Do you see this? Hold on.
It's funny she didn't even have the sense to realize that this kid is filming the whole thing.
Nigerians speak so poetic when they're upset. Instead of saying, I'm mad, they'll say, my enemies have succeeded. Whenever my dad decided he's not going to whoop us, he'd say, today is your Christmas, but next time will be your Halloween.
If you know any Nigerians, then you know this is true.
Instead of saying he's full, my Nigerian friend says his waistband is suffering.
They are too poetic.
Bro, too poetic, but it's too funny. Ask my Nigerian friend if someone was trustworthy. And he said, for every 12, there's a Judas.
Nice.
Wow.
Poetry.
Bro.
Man, I don't know how we think of these things.
Instead of saying someone is stupid, my Nigerian friend said, wisdom is chasing her, but she's faster.
That's hilarious. Hold on. Here's another one, guys. Hold on. Let me go here real fast. Guys, make sure to hit the like button. Appreciate that. Let me go here real fast. There's one thing that I wanted to show you guys quick. Where is it? Oh, you guys remember the guy? Let's take a quick break. Do you guys remember the guy whose car was broken down and the British chick kept? Oh, here we go. You guys remember this? No, wait, sorry, wrong one. Hold on. You guys remember this?
My car's literally broken down. It's not driving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You'll need to move.
Yeah, but I can't move the car.
Well, why are you here in the first place?
I was driving and then it broken down. I'm not necessarily here on purpose, but I'm not even really outside your house.
Well, you are actually. And my boyfriend's going to be coming any minute.
Look at her just put her arms right in the car and stuff.
Alan.
Get out of my car.
Alan.
Look, my car's actually broken down.
Oh, Alan's coming through.
This guy's laughing.
This is Alan. This is Alan.
But buddy, my car is broken down. She's saying
He's
that.
talking rubbish. It's not breaking down.
Well, he's got hazard warning lights on.
Yeah,
It's not started.
He's talking
No,
rubbish,
it's
Alan.
not.
He's
It's
talking
not.
rubbish. Get him to move.
No, yeah.
Just press the button, see if it starts.
Look.
Don't encourage him. No, don't
It's broken
encourage him.
down.
He's talking
It's broken down.
He's talking rubbish, Alan. He's talking rubbish. Might have a problem with the fact he's parked outside your house.
He's
Look
not
yourself.
Ow.
He's not
Ow.
parked. He's
Yeah, little
broken
boy,
down.
Alan. Have you got any Allen keys, Alan?
Oh, yeah.
Funny, Alan. Funny.
Can you stick up for me, please? Because he's.
Isn't it funny? The two guys are trying to make peace, and this demon here.
Wants them to beat the hell out of each other.
Yeah.
I've not done anything.
You've been a bit odd, haven't you? He's broken down.
He's parked outside your house, Alan.
He's not parked. He's broken
It was
down.
her house at first.
Whatever, it needs to
What's up
move.
with-
I can't believe you're not bothered about a car that is not yours.
I'm not. If you think about it, I'm not even outside the house.
You are outside.
Yeah,
the
but I'm not blocking the drive.
You're outside the house. You're here.
What's up to you?
It doesn't belong here, Alan.
What do you have to look? I'm broken down.
What's he gonna do?
She has nothing better to
Got a
do.
recovery vehicle.
Yeah, I have. I'm waiting.
You're going to need recovery. Can you please just
Am
get...
I?
Yes, you are.
Really? What are you gonna do?
Are you finding this all amusing, are you?
Yeah, my car is broken down. You know, I've got enough problems to like even think about your problems.
Sort it out then, please. Then Alan,
Leave him alone.
leave him alone.
Yeah,
He's
What's he
laughing
gonna
at us.
do?
He's laughing
broken
at us.
down. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Laughing at you.
Look at-
You're ganging up on me now.
No, we're not.
Yes, you
No,
are.
we're not.
Is it because I'm a...
No, she's a victim.
Guys, now what?
You know what Alan
Wait,
should
wait,
have
oh,
done?
wait.
No. Alan should have
Watch.
gone back to the house, grabbed a beer, and brought it for him.
You go, guys.
Alan. Do you remember me? Do you remember me?
I do. Got your car fixed then?
No. I got a new car. It's a Peugeot now.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Oh, so it is. Yeah.
You're right there, buddy.
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah.
I was just in the neighborhood and just fine.
Yeah, right.
What have I
Okay.
seen?
Yeah. So you're perhaps wondering why
Where's she gone?
I've got the Sheila with me.
Yeah, where is she now?
She had to go after.
She's gone.
after that.
Let's go, guys! Alan gave her the
Oh my God.
Let's go!
Nice.
Look at that, guys.
With you. She was a nightmare.
Are you all right, Alan?
Yeah, I'm all right.
Yeah. So he's a black eye. Yeah.
She had to go.
What?
How
Oh
are you now?
my God! I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh my
fine.
God.
Absolutely fine now. Much better. I can do what I like. Haven't got her breathing down my neck.
Yeah, that's good. That's good, Al.
You did me a favour, really.
Oh, thank God. Cheers, buddy. Yeah. Have you seen the video? It's gone viral.
Oh, right. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because obviously I filmed it.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
I thought that was a bit dodgy to start with.
Yeah,
but
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's all right. But I just wondered, you might have wanted just something to say that you've got some evidence if she started off properly.
No, but it was funny. It was funny. It was funny.
Yeah. Well, it might have been for you. But
No, yeah,
it wasn't.
obviously for you. Yeah, obviously not. You go for the whole
Yeah,
domestic. Yeah, apologies.
She was a nutter.
Yeah.
Look, I feel so much happier now.
I bet you do.
Now she's gone. Life's a dream now.
Yeah. What kind of things you like doing, Alan?
Oh, like motorbikes, playing poker, football. I like watching a bit of football.
Yeah.
You know, I like all sorts of things like that. But she wouldn't let me.
I bet she wouldn't.
She's just so.
She wouldn't let me.
Oh my God.
When men say that, it's so embarrassing.
Yep.
Beta.
Don't say that. Don't
on,
admit that. There, you're on camera too.
Yeah, guys, and how old? Well, he's British. You know, British people.
Well,
age,
I don't think he
age
realized.
like
I think
goat
he was
milk.
living in a fog about it, and
Yeah.
this time like made him like think about like, geez, that
Yeah.
was really because that's basically what he's saying
Yeah,
right now.
this
Is like,
is-
geez, it was right in front of me the whole
Yeah,
time. I
guys
just
getting
didn't see it.
harangued, and they said, "I'd rather just do what she says, so I don't have to hear it." That's crazy how women can do that to men, right? Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the super chat button. Appreciate that.
Oh, she was right.
What
on
is she
me.
into, like deal or no deal? And
Yeah,
stuff like that?
she was just a nutter. To
bet
be honest, just a complete nutter.
Oh.
Glad she's gone.
Yeah, I'm glad she's gone as well.
Did me a complete favour.
Yeah.
Did you know it though?
No, I didn't know it, but like, yeah. At least I'm not broken down anymore, Al.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
It's a nice new car as well.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
all right for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I might be able to afford one myself now. She's gone. Now she's not draining my finances.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get off. I just wanted
All
to
right.
see if like
Good
you
to
were
see
about,
you.
you know.
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
And thanks for what you did for me.
All right, I'll see you in a
All
bit.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. See
Yeah,
you again.
see you in a
Ta-da.
bit, buddy, yeah.
They're gonna
This
get
is-
pissed drunk one time. You can
Yeah.
tell.
Guys, this is why us guys will always win. Always. These two guys, they've met what, once? They barely even know each other, but they bonded over this. And this guy kind of took, like, he saw the guys was broken down. They made an instant connection. He's like, look, I've been there before. I've been broken down on the side of the road. He was trying to help the guy. Us men, we don't have to have the So women always criticize how we bond and get to know each other, but ours is so simple. He's broken down on the side of the road. They'll probably be friends for the next 20, 30 years, all because he was broken down on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Guys, never, ever, ever deal with knuckleheaded broads like that, ever.
You know,
it
AJ,
makes
it's like
no sense, man.
You know, I've said it before, and I'll say it 1,000 times more. Men, we build and we produce. Women, they only destroy and consume.
That's true. That's true, guys. That's true.
You think about it too, like women, they act like they have better friendships because they have like a million things to say to each other every day. That's because they're like talking about foolishness, telling each other about like workplace
Taylor Swift.
and like talking about their stupid reality show. Like as men, it's like we know that like I'm doing almost the same thing every day. I go to work, I do my job. You kind of know what my job's all about. So we're not going to talk about every detail. I don't need you to know how things went with my specific client. So we're not going to have those kind of conversations all the time. But when we do talk, we'll probably talk about something more meaningful. And then we enjoy each other's company more. It's not just about running our mouths nonstop.
But here's the thing. I said this the other day. You guys know how they say that men are actually better friends because we'll insult each other and not mean it, but women hate each other because they'll compliment each other and not mean it. Yeah. I think men are more respectful of each other because we say less to each other, and women are disrespectful because they say too much to each other.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just kind of thought that up a couple of days ago. That women are actually disingenuous because they tell each other too much because they're not selective in what they tell each other. Whereas men, we respect each other more because we're very selective in what we tell each other. Because
Boundaries.
we know, that your time is important, and I'm not going to waste Colin's time, Snowboard's time, Shred's time, King's time, or Korg's time. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? They got stuff to do. Or I spent, however many $100 renting out this paintball course for just us 6, right? So we can all play paintball once a month. What are we going to waste these 3 hours talking about our problems for instead of paintball? Or we're on the golf course. We only have one morning to play golf, sip some beers, play some golf. We're just going to waste the time whining and moaning about stuff instead of actually playing golf. Why?
Right.
It's like going to a ski place and just hanging out in the lodge.
Yeah.
And you got to get out on, that's what you're paying for, is to be out there.
Well, and going back to what you were saying before, I feel like it's almost like the conversation is more selfish with women. Like they'll be talking to each other, but it's like, this is all the stuff I want to say to you. This is what she's saying to her girlfriend. Yeah. So, as a man, it's like, I'm not going to tell you something unless I think it's going to be interesting to you. I'm not going to give you details that I know that is going to mean nothing to you. I'm going to tell you part of the story that I think you're going to think is interesting. Yeah. Unless it's something where it's like, it's a heart-to-heart where my girl broke up with me or somebody died and I'm telling you, oh man, I miss them and this and that. That's the rare occasion where the conversation is about the person saying it. Most of the time it's we're talking for each other's benefit, not just so I can unload. A lot of times
we can tell if someone that guys, put a 1 in the chat. If someone that you could tell something's wrong and you're like, dude, are you all right, man? You need to talk. Come on, man. All right. And then you gotta, because men, we don't want to feel like we're burdening each other.
Yeah.
But oftentimes, 99% of the time, a guy can tell and say, "Well, let the guy know. Look, it's no problem, dude. Just what is it?" And then, hey, man, this is going on. Well, women act like because we don't from the jump just all over each other that somehow there's a communication deficit on our part. So, but guys, okay, so this video is going to get into immigration, and then we're going to go to one more video, and then we're going to talk about Alberta, and then Shred Club. I want to get your opinion on the Alberta thing. Okay. Also, so
do you want to know what my Nigerian friend calls a rampant 304 lesbian? You want to know?
What's that?
Oh, they call her a ho-ho-sexual.
It's so funny. Isn't it funny, guys? How these lesbians, right, guys? Man, we see more and more stories of them spin kicking each other, stone cold stunners, and all this other stuff. Guys, so the moment that these lesbians get in a relationship, it's and that's why I say that in every single video, because I actually haven't done one of those videos in a while. Well, lesbians videos where they think it's gonna be awesome. We're gonna start dating chicks, and there's gonna be no cisgendered hetero men around. We're gonna share tampons, and it's gonna be sunshines and rainbows. And then they start dating chicks and finally realize
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
Giancarlo said, no happy scissors. Anonymous. What's up, dude? Speaking of
Turns
that,
out,
Anonymous is in Canada now. So what's up, man? Come down here, bro. We'll take you. Snowboard, you were saying?
Never mind.
So look, this is people are having fewer kids. People are retiring.
More Canadians are retiring. So who will work then if more people are retiring than being born? Well, that's the reason why Canada relies heavily on immigrants.
Ugh.
The problem? Canada is doing it way too fast. In 2023 alone, Canada added 1.2 million new people. That's almost a 3.2% increase. If you think
a 3.2% increase. And guys, that's all in the East, right? Shred Clock?
Yeah,
It's
mostly.
in the East. Yeah. Yep.
that's low, in that same year, Nigeria, one of the fastest growing populations in the world, only increased 2.5%. The difference is Nigeria's growth is natural, while Canada's was almost entirely from immigration.
Cooked.
On paper, it looks great. More people.
It looks great.
The lie detector determined that.
More spending, more GDP. But in real life, Canada's infrastructure is not prepared to keep up that increase. Schools are overcrowded, and hospitals are full of patients. Wait, how can this happen? It's caused by the government's policy mismatch. In 2024, the Canadian government welcomed 483,000 new immigrants.
What?
While in that same year, Canada only built around 245,000 new homes.
Wow.
These numbers might be enough if
Fresh
every
off the
two
cough
immigrants
cough.
rent or buy one house. But the problem was, these houses were meant for everyone, including citizens, current immigrants, and the new ones arriving.
Wow.
And
I
we
thought
haven't
of
even
that.
talked about the overstaying immigrants.
Oh, is that what they call illegals?
Yeah.
That's like the nicest way to say illegal immigrants. Look at that, dude. The overstaying immigrants, yes.
From
I gotta
2017
I gotta
to 20
say, I gotta say, these homes, dude, they weren't built for like regular Canadians. They were built for Chinese investors.
Yeah.
That's what they were built for.
Robin's Fly, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man.
24, there's estimated nearly 750,000 people that stayed in Canada after their visas expired.
Damn.
That means they're still staying in Canada
Guys,
illegally.
we all know that this number is low because it's the government. You know what I'm saying?
It's way low.
And that number is a rough, unofficial estimate.
Told
Could
you.
be less,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
even far more.
It might
So
be
this
less.
situation means the citizens, legal immigrants, and illegal immigrants are all competing for the same homes, healthcare, and resources like food, utilities, and other to live in.
All right, now let's go to what he thinks. Okay.
2014, another blow hit Canada, the global oil crash. Oil prices collapsed. And since oil was one of Canada's biggest exports, it hit Canada's income quite hard.
It also didn't help that Knucklehead Trudeau was wasn't he taxing all the? No, what was he doing?
He
To the
shut
oil?
down the pipeline.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
being
he
created,
shut down the pipeline.
out
Yeah,
of Texas.
idiot.
Yeah. In
Save
case
the
you don't
planet.
know, Canada is rich in oil, especially in Alberta. After the crisis, instead of pivoting toward innovation or rebuilding its manufacturing base or strengthening the oil sector, Canada instead doubled down on what was already booming, which is the real estate. This caused Canada's oil export to fall. Car production fell too, dropping from 3 million vehicles in 1999 to just 1.4 million by
That's crazy because they've always built a lot of cars in Canada. That's
And can I add
insane.
something about just
Yeah,
how
yeah.
dumb Canada is with their oil? So Canada is one of the biggest oil exporters in the West for sure, probably in the world as well. They have almost zero capacity to refine oil. So they have to collect all this oil, send it to Texas so it can be turned into gas, and then ship it back to Canada.
Wow.
Yeah, they were going to bring that. They were going to bring that pipeline down through Oklahoma, and you've had the environmentalists fighting them all the way down.
Right, and I mean it would have taken time, but they could have just like started building up Canada's refinement capacity. But they're like, "Oh no, that's not good for climate change." But it's like somebody has to refine it. Plus, you're shipping it, which obviously isn't that emitting carbon when you're shipping it across the whole country.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what's even worse? They're shipping that oil by rail. So which is the worst environmental disaster? Train derailing.
You had that idiot Mayor Pete in too, who left train derailments everywhere.
Yeah, friggin' Pete Buttcheek is friggin' letting all the trains derail and then trying to gaslight us. Oh, it wasn't that bad of a problem, please.
A lot of
Like,
technical that was a lot.
For hundreds of years, trains were never derailing. Then all of a sudden, he gets in there like derailing every week.
Yeah,
all over the place.
Yep. So,
Well, it's like in Canada,
guys,
they're
please, no swearing in the chat, please. You know, so appreciate that.
By 2020.
Who was saying something?
Oh, I was going to say, in Canada, man, like I don't know if you guys discussed this already, but they're planning on banning gas-powered cars through legislation.
If they think that, come on,
You heard
You've
about
been
this?
panned. You've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
So they're trying to get this. They're trying to by 2050 have zero gasoline cars in Canada, new cars. This is how stupid these people are.
Hey, did you know that the Liberal government is going to ban the sale of normal gasoline and diesel powered vehicles like really soon? I think the restrictions start kicking into place at vehicle dealerships like this one behind me. Yeah, they start coming into effect at some point next year.
What?
So real soon, you won't be allowed to.
No way.
They're
Guys, here's the
taxing
thing.
you. That's the thing. They're taxing you.
You guys know that EVs don't do good in the cold. Their
No.
their battery capacity shut down by 30 to 40% in the cold.
And it
Yeah,
actually kills the
I tow
overall
them all
lifespan
the
of the
time.
battery by like the same. Sorry, go ahead.
So I was going to say, I tow them all the time, man. They've always got issues.
That's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Guys.
They are the most unreliable. They are the most reliable heaps of junk, man. All of them.
What's comical is when all these big mandates started coming out about energy efficiency for vehicles, Toyota doubled down on their hybrids.
Yes.
Everybody poo-pooed Toyota.
Yeah,
Nope,
they were
you need to
talking
go full
foolish.
electric.
Yeah, they
And
were
now
talking so fast.
everybody's backing off and saying maybe Toyota had the right approach and hybrid is the way to go until we can figure out a better fuel source.
Yeah, the CEO of Toyota, he was like, we don't think that the market is there for EVs. And all these climate change dunderheads were like, how dare you? Right? He goes, because the Japanese are very polite. He goes,
they are very thorough.
He goes, we are just going to do what we think is best for us. They're the only car company where basically every single model of their car you can buy in a hybrid, other than a few models. But all their
the Prius is about the only one.
Prius, the Corolla, all the new Camrys are hybrids. Every single one of them now.
Right.
The Tacoma has a hybrid. The Tundra has a hybrid now that's kind of coming up. The 4Runner, everyone, there's a hybrid model that you can buy. Lexus, all of those, right? So now that the hybrid market's taking off and Toyota's doing well, he goes, with all due respect, I told you so.
Well, it's like the Dodge Charger. I don't know if you saw this. They've sold it for a year, the electric one, and it's already discontinued. And they brought back the Hemi.
Yeah.
I was gonna say what's funny about it too is that those electric cars don't do good in the extreme heat either. Like here in Phoenix, they just start dying in the middle of the summer.
Yeah, I saw one of these in person, and they do not look good in person at all. I don't know what did you see the actual Dodge Charger? Was it concept that they made?
It can't be as bad as the Jaguar.
No, there was a concept one that they were going to make, and it actually looked just like the '69 Charger.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Really?
It was like a render. It was so badass. That's what they.
I don't think that came from Chrysler. That probably came from somebody who was sane, because these legacy automakers keep screwing up their classic redesigns.
I'll have to find it, but it looks so good. All they had to do was just give us that. But these things look.
It's so bad, man. Because I love Dodge. I love Dodge and Jeep and all that kind of stuff. Like such a great American cars. They just don't know their market anymore.
Yeah,
they tried to switch to. Like premium, like they were trying to make like Jeeps, like Mercedes.
Yeah.
Like that Grand Wagoneer.
Yeah, starts at $93,000. $93,000. Come on, dude.
The wannabe Tahoe.
Yeah.
I mean, they're nice, but they're not worth freaking almost $100,000. Like,
you don't want to offer the damn thing. They're paid princesses.
Terrible. Guys, if you look at the Dodge Rams, guys, the average F-150 and Dodge Ram the 1500 payment, it's like $900 a month. We have people that are regularly paying $1,000 a month for car payment. Absolutely insane. And guys, I am not paying $1,000 for anything, let alone an American car. And now they have Jeep Wranglers. My sister knows a girl who has the Jeep Wrangler 4XE, the plug-in hybrids Rubicon Sahara thing. She paid $80,000 for that thing.
Wow.
So I was gonna tell you, so the best deal right now I've seen is for the Dodge Hornet. It's the worst selling car on the market right now
because they're pieces of trash. That's what.
Well, you know what? I was talking to my mechanic buddies actually, and they've had about a 10% fail rate on some of them for recalls.
Yeah, because people don't drive them enough. They don't drive because they didn't sell them. There's not a lot of them on the road, you know.
But they are cheap. Like they're only like I think they're like $80 a week if you lease them.
I've seen Dodge on a truck recently. It has a plastic upper control arm. And that's like, I saw that. I was like, I don't really not into that anymore.
Real?
I'm not kidding. Yeah, Dodge has a plastic on like a 1500 has a plastic upper control arm.
Yeah, so I've seen this. So half of it's steel, and they like coat it in like a plastic to like do the other half. So it's like it sucks. Like,
it doesn't look very. Yeah. It's exactly. It's like, dude, that's like dangerous to have it like that. Like, come on, like give us something a little beefy on a truck of all things.
That thing is a freaking crossover. It looks like crap.
There's a guy. He has his own like used car dealership.
Is that the one where the women are always calling in trying to switch to a different high-level car?
No.
Is this the Middle Eastern guy?
No. He's he always wears a hat. He has a lot of really good videos, but like he always goes around the
I know the guy.
Dealerships, and then and he explains like how dealerships work and how there's companies that are actually like giving the cars, they're taking the hit, giving the cars back to the manufacturers, and then buying out of Stellantis franchises because they can't sell the cars. If I can find the guy's channel,
my
show
local
him.
dealership where I live at Stellantis, the owners went bankrupt, and now the bank owns their dealership.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they walked away from it. They
This guy.
just went completely bust.
This guy, Car Questions Answered. Guys, check him out, right? He does a really good job of explaining like how cooked these car manufacturers. Guys, follow him. Okay?
He's good. Yeah, he's
really, 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 really good how he explains it, because he explains the ins and the outs and the prices and all this other stuff. Hold on, where's the Stellantis one? And then we'll get back to look at this.
Stellantis' profits last year fell by 70%.
Is profit-sharing season for some auto workers, but for Jeep employees, the payouts will be noticeably different this year.
So I'm at a Jeep Dodge Ram dealership today because Stellantis just reported their earnings.
Net profit for Stellantis was down 70% compared to 2023.
They were absolutely terrible. So over the last year, their profits were actually fell by 70%. That's absolutely insane. And in a lot of cases, we can see why.
What happens, guys, is you know how they say the most expensive table in a restaurant is an empty one for the restaurant? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The most expensive car for a dealership is one that sits on the lot. If you still have
100%.
those 2023s on the lot and it's 2025, you're cooked. Because you had to buy those from the manufacturer.
Right.
It's the it's the interest on them.
That vehicle is on the lot.
Yeah.
So after a year, it's the interest. So the bank starts charging you interest.
You're cooked.
Yep. Right, exactly. So the way car dealers work is car dealers, new car dealers, they don't actually pay for their inventory up front. They get all the financing through the bank. And basically, for 3 months, they get interest-free financing. So once that car is on the lot for more than 3 months, it's costing the dealership a fortune.
Yep. And look, their entire
overall in the
lots are
market
just full.
that was decreased majorly because of price points. This Wagoneer right here is $123,000, and
for junk.
Who has been the greatest offender of price point increase? Well, that's Jeep, Dodge, Ram, the Jeep Grand Cherokee. This one right here is $75,000.
Jesus.
Probably base.
And we're
a
seeing
Jeep
it in the numbers.
No, Grand Cherokee.
So Grand Cherokee that would have been probably 10 years ago would have been about $35,000.
Yeah. 45,000.
Yeah.
Consumers are just saying no. When you increase your prices by the amount that a company like Jeep, Dodge, and Ram has,
And Jeep Gladiator.
have this that's sitting behind you.
I had a chick that my ex had one, and you're inside of it, and like, dude, if you're like riding around with a bunch of your friends like in a Jeep, you're kind of fucking gay. You're like all like touching shoulders and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sit next to you. That but that's what it feels like.
He said,
But yeah, Jeep Gladiator sucks.
And the beds are so small that you can't really haul anything.
That's what I'm saying. It's the worst of all worlds.
You're
It's
better
the
off
worst
in
of all worlds.
in a little K truck. You guys, there's no little K trucks.
This is interesting. So
you are better than one of those.
The
Better off
bays
than one
on the
of
pickup
these.
trucks have not. They've not gotten bigger. They've actually gotten smaller.
Yeah.
On American trucks, so you could buy like a 1994 like Ford Ranger, and it would have like a bigger a bigger hauling.
Exactly.
That's what I hate about the new Ranger.
Other than the Tacoma, I would say that that the '90s Ford Ranger is right behind the Tacoma.
It's amazing.
It is. Yeah. I have one with almost 300K on it, and it works every time, no matter what.
Good luck trying to find one of those used because they are commanding big money.
People
Dude,
hold
I
on to
remember-
them. Yeah, they don't even sell them.
I used to be a cable guy back in the day. We all had Ford Rangers, and dude, we used to jump those things off of like we would get airborne over train tracks.
Nice.
That's what you do in a Ford Ranger. That's what
Or
you do.
construction sites and be like, woo, and jump them over like things of dirt.
So there's another truck that's the Mazda one, which is a Mazda.
Yeah,
2,
That's the Ranger twin.
The only thing with the Ranger, it only looks cool if it's extended cab. If it's short bed, it kind of sucks.
You mean a single cab?
But it has
the extended cab looks the best.
So a buddy of mine still has his 1985 Ranger, and that sucker has a long bed on it, and I wanted to get that from him, and I couldn't get him to make up his mind on it.
Yeah.
Hey AJ,
Yeah.
can you do me a favor? Can you look up my my RV that I own, the 1980 Toyota was it triaxle RV?
Oh,
yeah. If it hopefully it will come up. There we go.
Oh no way! One of these?
Yeah, I have one of these. Yeah.
Dude, that's so cool.
Yeah. And honestly, guys, like there's none of these things left. Like they're so hard to find. Like these ones from like the 1980s, they'll set you back like $25,000.
Whoa! Let's
For one of
do
these things.
Interior. Whoa! No way. Is this what it looks like on the inside?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, they've got like a couch.
Yeah, that's what I came into my mind.
They're such awesome little RVs. If you can ever find one for a good deal, like snap it up, man. Like the engine on them is a 22R. They are the most reliable engines you will ever get ever.
Look at that.
I think they
Is
made
it
them from
diesel?
like 1970 all the way up to like 1999. But that's how reliable they were.
You need to paint Shag and Wagon on that thing.
I have a sticker on it that says shitbox edition.
Yeah, look at this.
Vehicles that are stacked up. You're going to have dealerships that can't sell their cars. You're going to have dealerships crying to the manufacturer for help because you're sending us stuff that's way too expensive for our customers. Our customers are coming here and saying, look, I want to buy a car, but I need one that's $30,000, $40,000. And check out this Jeep Grand Cherokee right here. Now, this is the upper level trim. It's the Summit Reserve. Is 2025, so it's one of the new ones. $73,000.
Wow.
I mean, it looks nice. You can see on the inside, but I want to know who the buyer is for this vehicle. $73,000 a Jeep Grand Cherokee. I just don't know. I don't
You
know.
can't
the
even use it
audience
like a Jeep
trying
and
to
take
get
it off
with
road, or
vehicles.
like you're gonna be afraid to ding it up when it costs
Yeah.
that much too.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep, that's true. Guys, drop a like on the stream. I appreciate that. And guys, let's go to this guy right here.
So I was going to say, guys, in my opinion, as a tow truck driver, the best car you can buy right now in North America is the Mitsubishi Mirage. If you want to have a cheap car, but like next to nothing, that doesn't require any maintenance, is the best car you can buy.
No, you're way wrong. You're way wrong.
What do you think?
So from my background of nearly 18 years of fixing cars for a living,
Okay.
and well over 20 with my own personal stuff, do not ever buy a Mitsubishi because the parts support is piss poor. The parts will cost you a fortune.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Think about it, dude. How many Mitsubishi dealerships are there? There's almost none.
I mean, I think it's because I'm in Canada. Like Canada, they're pretty common. I don't know what it's like in the US. Like that's
Oh,
that,
dude,
that could be the reason.
no, here in the U.S., the dealerships are virtually non-existent.
Really?
Even even
there's
aftermarket
not a lot.
parts.
I've never
Um,
seen one.
Yeah,
Really?
even-
Okay. Yeah. There's a bunch.
Yeah,
in,
they
in
only-
DC where I live.
They
Now
only
that I think
sell-
about it, the Mitsubishi plant in southern Illinois closed down.
Yeah, they only sell 4 models, I think, in
Interesting.
the United States. So the Mitsubishi
'Cause
Motors.
They're good cars. Like I honestly, like I've done towing for 10 years, and I've never towed one of these freaking Mitsubishi Mirages.
They sold the Mirage, the Outlander, the Eclipse Cross, and the Outlander Sport. Those are the only models that they sell. Are
Wow,
iconic lineup.
That Mirage G.
That was a lie.
Trash, dude.
That G4, that's not in Canada.
How did Mitsubishi fall so hard? They used to have the GSX Eclipse. They had the Evo. Man, they had
Dude,
all
their racing cars
really
are so
cool
good.
cars, and now they're trash.
Yeah,
But
but
That
you-
90 Eclipse was real nice.
Yeah, but you got to remember, Mitsubishi is not really a car manufacturer.
More
They're
like
a-
diesel engines and stuff.
no,
Yeah.
guys.
Mitsubishi's main business is heavy equipment and like earth moving and
Buses.
mining equipment.
Yeah.
I for the life of me, I cannot understand why Mitsubishi actually bothers to even make cars.
Because they made some excellent cars.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that
They,
Eclipse.
I mean, the Eclipse, which
Heck
was
yeah.
for sale from like the 80s on, and then they made the Lancer Evolution, which is one of the greatest cars of all time. Whoops.
Is
Right?
that the
These were going on and winning
is that the
World
Fast and
Rally
Furious car?
Championships, and yeah. Guys, Mitsubishi has a great track record of making cars and SUVs. They made the Galant.
Oh, remember
There's
the 3000
Yeah.
GT?
The
Yeah.
Galant.
There's the
The
Delica.
3000
The Delica's a great freaking
GT.
vehicle. I love them.
They had the VR4 that was the twin turbo all-wheel drive. It was the first thing
Man.
sold with active aero, and it was one of the fastest production cars of the 90s. Mitsubishi has an excellent track record of making cars. They just messed up over the last 15 years. They just lost their way.
Yeah.
But from I want to say, even in the 80s, they were bringing decent cars over because
Well, they're a Japanese
Dodge.
manufacturer, I think.
Remember, Dodge owned a good chunk of Mitsubishi, so a lot of the Dodge Caravan.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
So
all these Dodge cars had Mitsubishi turbo engines in them from Turbo Mitsubishi.
You know what else they
Interesting.
were
I
getting?
didn't know that.
Yeah.
You know what else the Dodge Caravans were getting from Mitsubishi? Faulty transmissions.
Yeah. And then you guys remember the Dodge Stratus?
Yes.
They had Mitsubishi engines in them.
It looks like a Japanese car.
The Dodge Omni, the GLH.
Oh God, those were great cars.
These had Mitsubishi engines in them.
Yeah,
Any
when you had a
Dodge-
5-speed in that thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any
That
Dodge
looks,
Plymouth.
that looks like a Lancia.
Yeah, anything that has turbo on the side came from Mitsubishi. And
Right,
then
what
also, look at this, the 1980s Dodge Charger. You guys remember this piece of trash?
Oh, that was a piece of crap.
Oh, is this the 2.2?
Yes.
This is a Mitsubishi.
They're
They
actually
they put Dodge on it. Yeah.
What about
they're pretty collectible now. Like
Dude,
people
0 to
actually look out
60
for
in
them.
2 weeks, dude.
Yeah.
what about the Dodge that was nothing but a rebranded Mitsubishi 3000 GT?
Oh, the Dodge Stealth? Yeah.
Yeah, Stealth.
Oh, yeah, that
Guys,
was a
Stealth,
looking
yeah.
car too.
Yeah.
I've only ever seen one
Heck
of
yeah.
these.
Wow,
things.
that's actually
Wow,
pretty
they-
cool.
Yeah.
See, the only thing that I didn't like is the back spoiler.
With the back, that weird tail. Yeah.
Yeah, but guys,
They're
once
very
again,
rare. They're
Guys,
very, very rare cars.
Go back to Motor Week with the classic reviews. Some of these cars in the 80s, guys, my nutsack has more horsepower than some of these cars. I'm serious, guys. We can get out and run faster than some of the cars in the 80s, dude. And the braking's so bad, you're better off kicking out the floor pan, putting out your feet to yabba dabba do it to stop the car.
Well, so part of the problem with the performance cars in the 80s was the smog equipment.
Yeah.
That's what killed performance.
Yeah. One of the, I think I had said this on the Discord, is that you guys remember how they said that World War I was crazy because they had modern technology and they were and they had old tactics. So you had guys charging into machine gun fire.
Yeah,
In the 80s,
yeah.
they had a horsepower war between, like, this is when the supercars were first becoming a thing. The Testarossa and the Lamborghini Diablo and all this stuff, right? The tires were so bad in the 80s. There was guys saying that it was basically suicide. If you're driving a Testarossa, how in the world did these guys... Porsche, guys, you can actually go and find Porsche's numbers. They've been taking all of their cars from the 80s and running them around the Nürburgring with modern tires, and they're like a minute faster around the Nürburgring at least. All they did was change the tires.
Yeah.
So hey guys, AJ, guys, I actually, if I could please, I'm sorry, I don't mean to hijack here, AJ, but if I could please ask your guys' opinion. So AJ, in the private chat, I put a link if you want to click on it. Tomorrow, I'm actually going to go take a look at this car, and I think if it checks out and the price is right, I think I really think I'm going to pull the trigger on this. The mileage is low.
2006? Is it 2003?
No, yeah, 03 RS6, yeah.
400. Now, does this have the same the V8 problem? I mean, a timing chain problem as
No.
This is the
hardcore, super good timing belt V8. So in my car fixing days, this generation of Audi, this is my bread and butter, dude. I can fix this car with blindfolded, one hand tied behind my back.
How many miles are on it? Because I'm looking at the thing.
125. That's low.
Oh wow,
that's very low.
Yeah,
I was
I didn't even know that they sold the RS6 in the United States back then.
Yeah, they only brought in just a couple thousand.
Oh wow!
But yeah,
is it
scroll
stock?
through the pictures.
Hold on. I'm just looking at the.
Is it a stock one, or has it been modified in any
dude,
way?
Dude,
no,
why?
It's all stock from what I can tell.
Nice.
Why,
Okay.
hold on, guys. Let me just look at this. Why is I don't trust car and driver because their 0 to 60 times are total trash. They couldn't drive a car if you paid them to. Hold on, let me just look at the numbers of this car here. I'm just trying to.
But anyways, I'm asking for help because if I do pick this thing up tomorrow, it's gonna almost perfectly match my little unicorn 03 TT, and I need to come up for a name with her.
Is it a manual or is it automatic?
It's automatic. They only made
automatic.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, because that engine, the BCY engine, it made so much torque and power that not even their 6-speed manuals could handle it. So they had to put the ZF 5 HP-24 transmission into it.
I'm a manual driver. I prefer manual.
I like the color.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
I agree with the manual, but Colin, if you know your way under the hood and you have the tools and you know the performance of vehicle, I say jump on it.
Yeah, I like it.
It looks like it's a good. It looks like in
and
really
a 12.6 quarter mile. This thing is fast.
That's
like really fast.
Yeah, look, wait, get to the engine picture.
Nice brakes.
If it helps, like I follow cars. I didn't even know that they sold the RS6 here until like 2010.
It's got washer.
Yeah, it's got even a solar panel sunroof, so the battery always stay charged. Yeah.
What? That's cool.
Like, I love like that's the thing. Like you can always tell on like cars from like the driver's seat if they don't have a lot of wear in the driver's seat. It means it's has a bit driven hard.
I didn't realize that that they even made these this year. So that means that this is going to be rare.
So like I said, I need your guys' help to come up with a name for it if I do buy it, because my my 03 TT was, it's the creme de la creme model. The high horsepower all-wheel drive. Her name is Blanca, but I don't know what to name her.
You got to
yet.
give this one a German AF name like Broomhilda or something. Or Gilda. Yeah, G-I-L-D. G-I-L-D-A, Gilda or something. Or like, there's a girl that I work with who is German AF. Her name is Heike. H-I-E-K-E. Heike is her name. Yeah, it means heavenly light is the name.
Oh.
Yeah.
What mods are you planning on doing to this thing?
Oh, well, first thing is 10 mil wheel spaces on the front, 15 mil wheel spaces on the rear. I'll take the so this is a cool thing. This car has the same size wheels as my TT, but I put slightly oversized tires on it. So I'm gonna put 245 by 40 tires. Sorry, 245 by 40 on 18-inch wheels, tires on it. Let's see. First thing, also, I'm going to switch it to the engine oil. I'm going to switch it to a polyol, not a polyol. What's it called?
Colin,
full synthetic.
Colin, this thing makes 450 horsepower, right? If you get a downpipe and a tune, and you tune the ECU just like a downpipe and exhaust, and you
get
tune
like
the
another 30
ECU. You're at 570 horsepower.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, no, but you
that's absolutely insane,
dude. I think probably even more than that, because actually, you get one thing you guys got to remember about Volkswagens and Audis, dude. All their horsepower numbers are way underrated. Like my little 03 TT. Like, okay, it's got a little, 1.8 turbo. Okay, it's the high horsepower version that only the TT's got, but it's the second generation of the high horsepower, which runs on wideband fuel control. They say, well, it's 225 horse. Okay, I modified it a little bit. Actually, one part on there is actually a BMW part, but whatever. Dude, my little girl Blanca, dude, she's cranking out easily 290 horse. Dude, that thing, she will seriously, even though she's 22 years old, she will still outrun most Porsches on the road today.
The thing about this is that the new S4s, they say that they only make 349 horsepower, right? Only. And the new M3s may make like 440 horsepower, but the S4 can keep up with it. So they massively underrate their cars.
Yeah.
I don't know why they keep doing it. Like the previous S4s, they
probably
said
for insurance purposes.
Made like 333 horsepower, but they were making 360, 370 at the wheels.
Damn.
So they were making well over 400 horsepower. So, but yeah. Intake, exhaust, and a reflash, and you're at almost 600 horsepower with the RS6.
Yeah, so like I said, guys, dude, I need some suggestions for names, man. Because you got to name the car, man.
We'll put it in the car section of the Discord, and then see how many votes each one gets. So
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
right, cool.
But guys,
thank you, guys.
So let's look at this guy.
81,691 people, new immigrants arriving in Canada per month from all the different streams combined. Welcome back. You're in the right place. My name's Right Blend. Tonight's story is Canada's economic downturn, because our GDP was down 0.1% in April, and we fell another 0.1% in May with no sign of slowing down. And the job market isn't looking any better, because July we had 40,800 job losses, which were way higher than anyone expected. They were expecting to see a little bit of a gain, but down 40,800 jobs in July.
A couple of things. One is that obviously we
That's a clown.
look very closely
Freaking Carney, man.
developments in the labor.
Huh?
Freaking Carney, man. Like he was in the UK for so long and he completely destroyed the UK's banking system.
You know what Carney is, right?
Yeah, he's the most.
No. Like in the United States, you know what a carny is?
No. Oh, you circus guy.
Yeah.
Is that?
I prefer him in
Coincidence? I think not, right?
Yeah. I think Cletus would do a better job.
9%, which is up from 5.7% unemployment in January 2024. So all of the economic indicators are not looking too hot. But in June, they were touting about it. They were saying, well, we added 83,000 jobs, but you have to dig way below the headline if it's mentioned at all that 70,000 of the 83,000 jobs gained in June were part-time jobs. These are not careers
Fake
that are
jobs.
paying people's
Fake jobs.
families. They're not paying their mortgages. They're not paying their debts, which we
Guys, go and give this guy a sub because he's on TikTok and he drops knowledge on TikTok and everyone's like, how dare you? Right? Guys, go and drop him a sub, man.
And as far as Canada goes, there's a really good called Rebel News. They're like
they're
good journalists. Actually.
Guys, you know what? I actually might reach out to this guy.
I used to.
See if
Rebel
if
News
he'll
is
come
pretty
on the
cool.
Dude, honestly, man, like the Liberals are desperate to put that guy in jail.
Yeah.
Ezra Levant,
Ezra guy, like
Yeah.
they want to imprison that guy forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a really awesome thing that I should find the video, but he's talking about the CCP and the security state of China where they have facial recognition. They have cameras that can tell your body language, your gait, how you know, like the rhythm, how you walk and stuff. They can identify. I remember he was showing stuff on there like that's like 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
So
And they do some really good stuff at Rebel News. I haven't watched it in a while.
In Canada, I'm not joking. We had CCP freaking police officers going and arresting like Chinese people who live in Canada because they're not Chinese anymore. They like moved to Canada, like the Canadian citizens, and they've still got the CCP people bullying them and like threatening their families back in China.
Yeah.
In Canada, like they've got like CCP, like their own police stations, like unofficial.
That's
crazy, man.
it's just ridiculous because, again, the Liberals have been in power for the last 10 years.
Merci.
Oh.
Can we get a whoopee? Yeah. There we go.
But whose fault is him being in there mostly? Women, because they love this guy. They love this guy. They love this guy. Like, he's kind of good looking. I'll vote for him.
Dude,
yeah, because they know that they can peg him, right?
It's women.
Oh yeah.
Again, I'm not gonna let guys get off. It's a bunch of women and a bunch of freaking beta male like guys who just wanted access to weed.
Yeah,
yeah.
He also had some issues with when he was a teacher, didn't he?
Yes.
Where he had some
SA stuff.
Indiscretions with some of the females.
Students,
He's got SA allegations every part of his career.
Yep. Look at him.
Thank you. Thank you, my friends.
They're not a new government. They have been here. Carney himself has been involved in the picture for multiple years, yet we continue to slide further and further down. He was supposed to be the man who was going to come around, and people said, well, he's going to make a change. Well, how is he going to be a change? He was Trudeau's advisor for years, plus the Liberals have been in power since 2015. This is all they're doing.
This guy is very, very, very knowledgeable. He's doing a good job. If you're going to be on camera, dude, lose some weight, bro.
Yeah. That guy was the ringleader.
Yeah.
There's still some crazy lunatics out there blaming Harper, who was in power 15 plus years ago, 10 years ago. Sorry, it feels like 15, but 10 years ago, and they're still blaming Harper for today's problems. It's ridiculous. Carney was elected on the premise that the country is in a crisis, yet for a country in crisis, he's off there posting stupid stuff on social media about the big tax cut that they published. What was it, like 1% tax cut, which is enough to buy maybe a bag of Skittles and all. I think it's about $1,000. It's a joke. It's not going to do anything for the vast majority of people. Youth unemployment constantly rising.
Guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, guys. Hit the join button. Appreciate that, guys. Hit the super chat button thing. And thanks for all you guys that hit the Cash App. I appreciate that. Thanks, guys.
Employment constantly rising, and there's a massive competition for the very little.
There's been quite a few super thanks as of late. Some of the videos. So, guys, thanks for that. But I appreciate that too.
Jobs. 54,000 people applied for seasonal jobs at the Canadian National Exhibition in Toronto. They have just 5,000 seasonal jobs available, but had 54,000 applications. You don't need to hear these numbers to understand what's happening here.
So I had a friend just tell me about this the other day. So when he's talking about that, like the CNE seasonal job, this is literally the equivalent of like a state fair. Just 54,000 people applied to get a job at the state fair. It only lasts like a week and a half.
To go and work at like Tim Hortons, man.
Yeah, like people are in rough shape.
Dude, and I'm not joking, man. The amount of like repossessions that I've had, people don't realize, like, honestly, man, if you want to talk about like how bad an economy is, talk to a tow truck driver.
You see it. You see anonymous.
It is crazy.
Heading out to work.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here we go. Where is it? Where's this guy? He's saying.
Breaking news, guys. Take a look at your calendar. Remember today's date, because it may go down as the day Canada started to collapse before our very eyes. Alberta has just taken the first official step to break from Canada, and the shockwaves, they're already rattling Ottawa, Wall Street, and yes, even the White House. President Donald J. Trump has just issued a massive warning telling the world that Canada is now in free fall, politically, economically, and socially. And folks, this isn't just about Alberta. What's happening up north could tear Canada apart from both the West and the East, and the fallout will hit you right here in America. Now think about this, guys. Alberta, Canada's energy superpower, has finally said enough. After years of being robbed by Ottawa, billions in oil wealth siphoned away, pipelines blocked, families betrayed, Alberta is breaking free. But here's the kicker. Saskatchewan, Manitoba, even rural BC, they're waiting in line to follow. And don't forget Quebec. Independence fever is back, and it's stronger than any point since 1995. But this is only the beginning, because while Canada fractures, Mexico spirals into cartel chaos. A Mexican senator just risked her life to expose the truth. Her own government is in bed with the narcos. And while Canada crumbles, cartels are flooding our border with fentanyl, migrants, and violence. And if that wasn't enough, halfway across the world, Putin just fired missiles at a U.S. facility in the Ukraine and issued a nuclear threat directly to President Trump. The message is clear. The world is in chaos. America's neighbors are falling apart. And the only question left is whether Trump's warnings are going to be enough to stop this free fall before it drags the entire Western hemisphere into catastrophe. So today, I want to break down why Alberta finally said it's over with Ottawa, the devastating financial earthquake that could wipe out Canada's future. President Trump's chilling warning just released to Canada, and what this really means for America, how Mexico's narco state crisis is exploding at the same time, and why Russia is picking this exact moment in time to test America's strength. Guys, this ain't news. This is the end of an era for Canada, and this is the start of a very dangerous new reality for all of us. So stick with me. If you appreciate the news updates, hit the like button, subscribe. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and say it again. Mark this day on your calendar, because what just happened in Alberta isn't just politics as usual. It's not some minor dispute. No, this is the day that Canada's foundation cracked wide open. Alberta has made the formal break. They've crossed the line, and Ottawa is reeling. The Canadian establishment that for decades milked Alberta dry.
Yeah. You have the East just trampling all over the West. Guys, have you seen The Expanse? This would be like Earth, like Ottawa is Earth, and Alberta is the asteroid belt. They're the belters. You know what I'm saying? So, guys, here I'll let this play. I'll be right back.
Just got the shock of their lives. And so here's the bombshell. President Donald J. Trump, he isn't sitting on the sidelines. He is warning the world that Canada is now in free fall, politically, economically, socially, in every category. And folks, this isn't just about one province leaving. This is the unraveling of Canada itself. The house of cards is tumbling down. Now, if you're watching from Canada, let me know what province you're watching from. I'd love to hear from you guys. And many people in Canada are absolutely furious with their leadership. Let me know if that sounds like you. But why now? Why is Alberta finally saying enough after years of frustration? And then what comes next? Well, the numbers are staggering, so I want to get into it. So a brand new poll from the Western Standard has just lit the fuse. Listen to this, guys. 94% of Albertans are saying that they're being shortchanged by Ottawa. 86% want to move further towards sovereignty. And the real shocker is that 87% said that they would vote for independence if a referendum were held today. That's not a protest vote. That's not a bluff. That is a full-on declaration of independence. And it's not just talk anymore. Alberta has officially triggered the referendum mechanics. And so, look, petitions have already blown past the threshold. The Alberta Prosperity Project is in overdrive, and the momentum is unstoppable. In fact, at the center of it all, Premier Danielle Smith and the United Conservative Party, according to the poll, 72% of Albertans, they want them to lead the movement, and 62% want independence as a core party priority.
Look at that, guys. So the people have spoken, right? You know? Look at that, guys.
Now, this isn't fringe. This is mainstream. So here's where it gets even bigger. Alberta is not going to be alone. Saskatchewan is right behind them. Manitoba isn't far off. And in the rural British Columbia, away from Vancouver's cosmopolitan bubble, support for
You mean woke, knuckleheaded bubble, right?
a referendum is skyrocketing. So if Alberta jumps, others are going to follow too. Now think about what that means. This isn't just about one province walking away. This is the West breaking off. And Ottawa knows once the dam breaks, there's no patching it back together. And so this kind of brings us to the next big question. Like, what happens to Canada's finances when Alberta leaves? Because, spoiler alert, it's catastrophic. And Trump himself has already sounded the alarm. Now, for some people, it takes a crisis to wake up. A hospital bill, a denied claim, 279.
Commercial. Yes. But guys, here, let's do this. Because he has there's another video here. Hold on.
Countries in the world that actually have that, but Canada.
The Western provinces have made a huge Wexit announcement that even Carney's inner circle.
He said Wexit.
Yeah.
Didn't see coming. Alberta, Saskatchewan, Interior BC, even Manitoba are not whispering anymore. They're saying it out loud. Sovereignty. You seeing the same thing I'm seeing? Ottawa gave a hard no and they expected silence. Instead, the noise got louder. Rallies packed. Town halls buzzing. Petitions flying. Premiers weighing in. If this was fringe once, it's not fringe now. I can hear the tempo rising, and honestly, feels like an earthquake starting under our feet. Let me be clear. I think that the spark was not a policy paper. It was that blunt rejection. You shut the door on people who already feel ignored, and what happens?
Yep.
They're going to start building their own door. Alberta's referendum push is not theoretical. The Atlanta Prosperity Project filed the question, and it reads, and I'm quoting from the project here, do you agree that the province of Alberta shall become a sovereign country and cease to be a province in Canada? No hedging, no soft edges. just the question that actually matters. The chief electoral officer kicked it to the Court of King's Bench for review, with Justice Feasby assigned. Process matters, sure, but I'm watching the political current underneath it.
He looks like Netanyahu.
Does this feel like a stall to you?
Yeah,
or
yeah, he does.
due diligence? To me, it looks like a legal checkpoint on a road that already has traffic. Because more than half of Canadians say they understand Alberta separatism. The numbers change too. Organizers do not need over 600,000 signatures anymore. The bar is now 177,000.
Alberta first or 51st. Let's go. Dude.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go. Those are the Canadians we like, right, guys?
Within 4 months.
MAGA
That is
Alberta.
a real reachable threshold when the province is fired up. And yes, they're saying that they already have about 240,000 pledges. If even a strong slice of that converts, the ballot becomes a when, not if. I think that's the part that Ottawa misread. Momentum is not a headline. It's signatures, bodies in rooms, and timelines on paper. Check this out.
Alberta separatism is no longer a fringe idea. I heard it at the doors more times than I can count. And I'll tell you plainly, Alberta staying in Confederation is not up to me, and it's not up to the Liberal government. It's up to the people of Alberta. And the Albertans know that they have options.
Quick reality check. Alberta's case leans hard on economics. The province pumps about 4.2 million barrels a day. That's roughly 1.5 billion barrels per year, more than some OPEC states. Well, if you work in that sector, do you feel like Ottawa understands what that scale means on the ground?
Do you think it is possible for Alberta to become independent?
Absolutely possible. The only thing that we need is the will of Albertans. So Albertans need to vote when we have our referendum.
Alberta's GDP sits at near $340 billion, about 14% of Canada's economy, with only 11% of the population. The energy sector alone adds about $70 billion to national GDP each year. When I look at those numbers, I get why people say we pull more than our own weight, so why are we getting treated like a problem?
That's true.
They're harder workers too, probably.
It's true.
Yeah, for sure.
You guys know how many men perish up in those oil fields?
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, there's places up there where it's so cold that you can only work outside for like 15 minutes at a time, and then you got to go back inside.
I
That's how
get guys
cold
who
it
like
is.
to sing fingers and all kinds
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yep, it's true.
To manage.
And we got to fight for our independence, because you and I know Alberta would be much better off being its own country.
And then the flashpoints. The Keystone XL's cancellation is pegged at about $17 billion in lost revenue per
Jesus.
year for Alberta. Add equalization, where Alberta sends billions more out than it sees back, and you start to hear those same words over and over again in coffee.
This sounds like the same thing that the Tories did to Liverpool back in the day.
Yep.
You know, where they were just like all the low level manufacturing, all that was there, but then they were taking all the resources and everything out of there and keeping them all poor. Yikes! I mean, sad.
Shops and council meetings. Unfair, unsustainable. Why are we paying to be told no?
They refuse to change. They refuse to respect us.
Giancarlo, there really is no document for them to join our union. Like, that's the thing about the 51st state. I don't know if there's a mechanism for, well, if they were an independent country, if it's a territory, yes. I have to research that. But
I think it would kind of have to be sort of like Canada, or not Canada, Alaska, where
Alaska would be purchased, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Or it's simply going to be like, hey, you're paying taxes to different places now. It's just like, who are you paying? Who's collecting your taxes is really what a country is.
But there's a lot more to it than that. Okay, so for instance, even infrastructure-wise, they use the metric system. We don't. They have different laws that govern their roads and their everything else. If we're going to have planes going there and shipment going there and people traveling back and forth, There's going to be a whole different way of doing things because they were once part of Canada. You know what I mean?
We could make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look.
If anything, a ton of stuff might even become more deregulated.
Hey,
like,
look.
you should say, like, let's not have 97 insurance laws in this new area. And
I
keep
think
it simple.
I think that there's a better chance of it becoming a U.S. territory first.
So I really think this is possible, because I tell you, man, like a lot of people in Canada don't realize like there's a lot of like foreign people in Canada now, and they will be more than happy to join the US. More than happy, like they will be like, yep, I'll vote for that.
And look at the size of Alberta. It's
huge,
man. It's huge. Look at that, man. Can you imagine?
I drove through Alberta a few months ago, and I'm not joking, guys. I drove from BC to Alberta, and it was 2 days of seeing nothing but trees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I saw for 2 days.
Yeah.
Crazy,
It's
right?
huge.
Yeah. Edmonton's nice. Calgary is pretty cool too. I've been
And
to
it's
Calgary.
some of the most affordable real estate in Canada.
Yeah, it's nice. It's just too goddamn cold.
Yeah.
that's none for me.
Instead, we get Bill C-69, the No More Pipelines law, still on the books and will remain on the books, according to Prime Minister Mark Carney.
Pile on federal carbon taxes and repeated project vetoes. And economists on the pro-separation side argue that another $17 billion a year is lost to delays and blockages. You can debate the exact tally, but the lived experience is pretty simple. Projects die. Jobs stall. Families wait. I think that's why the economic argument hits people in the chest rather than in just the head. And this is what Mark Carney has to say about it.
The province of Alberta, provinces make determinations on the rules governing referenda, voter plebiscites, other factors, and they can make determination on how they come into force.
So ask yourself, if you were sitting on that much resource output, that much GDP at stake, would you accept distant rules that keep telling you to slow down? Or would you look for a different way to run your own engine? And this isn't Alberta's mood anymore. Next door, Saskatchewan stepped forward. That joint caucus meeting in Lloydminster was not a photo op. It was a signal. Shared plan, shared calendar, shared legal path. When two provinces sit down like that, you're not looking at vibes. You're looking at a playbook. Saskatchewan's trigger is its own number. 125,000 signatures to force a referendum mechanism. Grassroots groups are out collecting already. Check this out.
Hundreds of thousands of people ready to exit Confederation today, no matter what.
I myself have seen rooms in farm towns fill up faster than you would think for weeknight meetings. Energy moves by word of mouth before it ever shows up in a poll. The export picture explains the mood. Wheat, potash, uranium. Much of it shipped straight to the United States.
Look at that.
The economy is tied to real freight, real rail, real buyers. Now layer on environmental rules written 3,000 kilometers away in offices that have never watched a minus
Insurances.
If Ottawa
What he's
keeps
saying.
Alberta and Saskatchewan like the provinces to be punished, taxed, and controlled, then maybe we've got no choice but to take our future into our own hands, whatever that may look like.
Polling backs the anger. Ledger and Angus Reid have Saskatchewan hovering over 40% willing to vote leave if a referendum were held today.
That's
The numbers
crazy.
tell the story.
Yeah.
Over 40%.
I told you guys this is what the tipping point is. Right now, hold on. Right now, there's 4 out of 10 people walking around these cities that are talking about this.
Yeah.
This is a snowball. It's over, guys. Well, they're gonna jump over 50% here soon. Once something hits about 20%, things have tipped. You know what I'm saying? Is when the movement, the word of mouth starts taking over. You know, they're at 40%.
Ground up.
And this is
Guys, here's the thing: we don't even know. Like Colin, snowboard. Did we even know about this? And we're Americans, right? It's like we didn't even know about this.
Oh no,
So it's
actually,
still
I know
underground
a little bit, but
you know what I'm saying?
Not
only
to this
Trump
detail,
mentions
though.
it.
Yeah.
Only
no,
Trump knows about it.
Yeah, I've actually heard about this quite a bit because we kind of have the same problem here in Washington, where so Alberta is actually very, very conservative.
Yeah.
And
Washington.
right.
Yeah.
And here in Washington, we basically have the same problem where the majority of Washington is actually very, very conservative.
Yep.
It's all the goddamn knucklehead morons in Seattle and King
Tacoma,
County.
Bellingham, Olympia. Yep.
Portland is like a nightmare.
Dude.
Yeah. Well, Oregon's
Common
even worse.
facility, dude.
Oregon's even worse because Eugene, Salem, and Portland are woke, but all the rest of the state isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. All the rest of Oregon is rural and conservative. Washington
It's
State.
like Texas then.
And the same with California too. Actually, Northern California and Eastern California, everything except
the
for the
Inland
coastal
Empire.
cities is
It's all
actually
LA.
very conservative. Yeah.
It's all these useless people, man.
Jimmy, the Idaho is in the Pacific Northwest. Dude, the Pacific Northwest is Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana. People from the Pacific Northwest are going to Texas. Here, guys, here's how the Great Migration works. People from New York and New Jersey go to LA.
Yep.
People from California go to the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Dude, Idaho's not in the Midwest, bro.
Who cares anyways?
But and then people from the Northwest go to Texas, and people from Texas go to the South. You know what I'm saying? So like, if I pull up a map of
But I was trying to say, like, Alberta is like the Texas of Canada in a way. Like, they have a lot of oil
100%.
and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
so like
they're kind of similar.
Here's this map here. So guys, once again, so you can see this is the Midwest. So like, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, that's the Midwest. The Pacific Northwest, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, Montana. Guys, do you know that you can fit all of Western Europe in the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah.
Dude, Jimmy, I'm from the Pacific Northwest, bro. What are you talking about? Look, guys, Washington, Oregon, Idaho, Montana. This is the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Right here. Guys, Colin, you're from Seattle. I mean, you're from Washington State. Is Idaho in the Pacific Northwest?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy, dude. So like this is the Midwest. Is Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan,
Florida.
Yeah, this is yeah. Because you are correct though,
it's the
Jimmy.
middle, right?
People from Washington and Oregon are moving to Idaho and Montana, but it's the Californians that are moving to Montana and that are moving to Idaho. That pisses the Idahoans and the Montanans off. I said, Jimmy, you are correct that the woke Washingtonians and Oregonians are moving to Idaho and Montana, and it's pissing people off. So, New York, Pennsylvania, so people from Philly, New York, Newark, they moved to LA, and then San Francisco, and then these knuckleheads move up north to the Pacific Northwest, and then the people Northwest either move to Vegas or they move down to Texas, and then people from Texas move to Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama. Yeah.
Everyone's just playing music. Everyone's just playing musical chairs with like states.
Right. So then, but the one outlier, kind of an outlier, is Colorado, because Colorado, again, they have the same problem as, the Washington, Oregon, California, is that in Denver, you got all these goddamn knucklehead wokey-wokes that have to ruin everything for everybody. And, yeah.
Dude, I went to I've been to Washington and Oregon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like Seattle and Portland are dumps, dude.
Yeah, they are.
They are
yeah.
the worst
Guys, I'm from
cities
there.
I've ever seen.
Like, dude,
crazy.
they're absolutely dystopian shitholes.
Guys, check out, go to Facebook and look at Seattle looks like shit. There's a guy, he goes around taking pictures of Seattle, right? And Seattle looks terrible, right? Because here look.
You might find this ironic, probably funny. See this province right here? They begged to separate from Canada. They actually held a referendum and almost was successful at doing so with 49% of the vote. You need 51% in order to separate. And get this province might be the one that's responsible for the separation of this province. A new poll was conducted, and currently 38% of Albertans want to separate. But that number explodes upwards if this province prevents pipelines from being built in their province. And here's the poll response. What if Quebec makes it clear that they will block pipeline construction through their province? This is Alberta. This is Saskatchewan. The red more likely to want to leave. 85% and also 85%. Quebec, they're the ones receiving billions upon billions of dollars in equalization payments. And if they block the pipelines from being built in their province, these two provinces are going to be out. And Danielle Smith has made it very clear she's going to give Ottawa and Quebec 12 months to figure it out. Would love to hear from you.
That guys.
Because Quebec is like northern Vermont, a lot of it, and they don't really work hard there. They just kind of like screw off a little bit.
Yeah.
So in Quebec, this is interesting. So in Quebec, most of the province actually works for the government.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They don't really do. They're not doing a great job.
They just make sure that freaking Oreos have like a French sticker.
That's what I'm saying. But that's like Vermont is like got
completely useless.
The Oreo.
But that's what I'm saying. They have these useless government jobs out there. That's like what Vermont is like too. Same thing.
Yeah, just oh my god.
And they don't have any that many watermelon enthusiasts around them.
Yeah.
They don't have many snake charmers there.
Well, hold on. In Montreal, they do though.
Montreal, they do, but all the other parts.
Well, Montreal's
are
like
not.
the major city, right? Like you get that kind of stuff everywhere.
Yeah, there's
right?
a lot of people from the former French colonies who end up going there. So like Cameroon or whatever,
Quebec's like a joke, man. Like all over Canada, Quebec's a joke.
Yeah.
Of Canadians surveyed say that the rising cost of living is Canada's #1 issue and by far one of the greatest things we should be concerned about.
Well, who did you vote
And
for?
If you're surprised by that, I have to wonder why. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to see all the impacts of the cost of living and why some of these other issues would pale in comparison.
Yeah. They said Donald Trump and his administration, people in Canada think that that's a problem for them?
Dude,
are you
that's
serious?
all the boomers.
Right.
That's all
Look
the
at
boomers
this.
saying that.
Look at that, guys. They're serious. Look at that.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
Affordability affects Canadians every single day, as do many of these other issues. But if you can't afford to live, it's hard to think about anything else. Concerns about Donald Trump and his administration have seen a bit of a downtick since previous data. So maybe that means we're feeling a little bit safer and more secure on this side of the border.
Oh,
but again, I don't know how many alarm bells we can
No, you
sound
just
on the
broke it.
affordability crisis.
Stupid ass.
And
There
it's
was
like,
one more.
like when they were talking about the tariffs, right? It's that they're reciprocal tariffs, guys.
Yes.
Like whatever you charge, the US is charging back. If you have 0, guess what? They give you 0.
Yeah.
Everybody with a brain knows that Canada's economy is falling behind, and everybody with a brain knows that Canada's immigration system is completely out of control. But an important question arises: just how bad is the economy falling behind, and just how much is Canada's immigration system out of control? Those are two questions that are quite difficult to answer. It took me quite a lot of research, multiple dozens of pages from government websites to news articles to try to figure out how many new immigrants are coming to Canada per month from all of the different streams combined. It's not a number that the government makes readily available or easy to find. As you can imagine, it's a very useful number because we want to know how many new people are coming every month to use our roads and our hospitals and our services, how many more people will be competing per month for fewer and fewer jobs. These are all very important questions that we need answered so that we can plan for the future and understand exactly the situation the country is in. And I have done the research to proffer a very reasonable estimate link to my YouTube. The government blows.
Oh, he's advertising his YouTube.
This
Here
is
we go.
What the actual fuck is going on in Canada right now? No, seriously, I'm pissed. I went to the grocery store.
Who'd you vote for?
Not for a big shop,
Right.
just the basics. Some baby cucumbers, a bag of apples, cheese slices, one loaf of bread, a can of beans, oat milk, and a frozen pizza with barely any toppings, and one sad piece of deli meat. $69.09. $69 fucking dollars, and not even dinner. No snacks, no treats, just survival food. And the kind you buy when you're stretching every damn cent while hoping your kid doesn't notice. I'm on long-term disability. My wife and I are raising.
Oh, that's why there's a calamity.
Guys, of course,
useless
of course, guys.
Lesbians. Lesbian. Lesbians. Lesbians. Lesbian. Lesbians. Lesbians. Lesbian. Lesbians. 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 Lesbians.
Daughter, and I am still recovering from a back injury. We're not buying steaks and sparkling water, just trying to feed our family. And the cheese, one block, $11.29. I almost locked it in a
Don't
container
buy
and started
cheese.
Yeah.
handing it out like prescription meds. 2 slices if it's a special occasion. You want a drink with that? Better sweep the floor first, because apparently water is a reward now. Grapes? Walk right past those, as they were like they were behind a glass at Tiffany's. Grapes are now a luxury. Do you hear how insane
What about
that sounds?
these nuts?
Don't tell me this is inflation. It's not. It's exploitation. Companies hike prices because they
How is she on disability? She seems like she's pretty pretty mobile,
Animated,
right?
yeah.
can, and they don't care who suffers as long as the profits are up. And
What is
we're just
going on with
supposed
her
to
neck,
take
though?
it? Nah. No. I hit my breaking point, and I found something online, something real. I work 2 hours.
Oh, this
Get
is
a
one of
job,
those,
you loser.
No, guys, this is one of those
hours a day.
digital marketing things.
Every Friday.
What do I call
Oh.
it, guys?
Like a pyramid scheme.
What do they call it?
digital
This is-
marketing.
When you
Yeah,
buy
yeah.
products
This is
and you sell
yeah,
them.
yeah. This is all a scam. All this, these chicks. Look,
Don't fall for it. Don't do it.
yeah, this is all a scam. So yeah, and especially you see old chicks, like chicks, these like boomer chicks are all like, I never thought I'd have money to retire, but I do digital marketing, and it's all the same script they all read. It's hilarious, you know. So yeah, guys, Canada's cooked. Guys, if you can leave. It's anonymous. If there's any way that we could sponsor you to come down here, we totally would. Remix
Dude,
your
like-
YouTube, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, like I'm not joking. Like if I think Canada could actually supersede into the US, and I'm all for it. By the way, I would love to like see Canada join the US. Unstoppable, man. But the only problem is, in the US, you're going to be getting a bunch of libtards in exchange. They're just like, oh man, like you go to BC and there's so many people who are just useless.
Yeah, but the Alberta people kind of help outweigh that.
That's true. Yeah, Alberta's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing about the United States, they can adopt more of a state system.
Yeah.
Is that once again, if you don't like a particular place, so like having statehood gives each area more of its own culture. Like that's why I left DC and went to the South. Guys, like where I live now is so not woke, it's ridiculous. It's awesome. Like I don't see any of the foolishness. There's not a rainbow flag for miles.
Yeah, I went to North Carolina. Like North Carolina was really nice.
Yeah, so like North Carolina, Alabama, in Georgia, everywhere except Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Kentucky. You know, you can just live in peace and be just fine.
Well, this is going to be Canada's Brexit.
Yeah, I think so.
This is what's going to happen.
Berlin Wall coming down.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the US is going to be getting a few new states. I really do think that.
Yeah,
because
40% is a lot. 40% is a lot of people saying this, and then that one guy said it was 80%.
Yeah, and this is, by the way, this is people who are afraid to say anything.
Yeah,
like now that they'll be more comfortable.
Yeah, and
like,
it's like, I'm not joking, guys. When the cough was going on, and I didn't get the poke, right? Dude, they were treating you like second-class citizens, man. I'm not joking. Like it's like people like they think, oh, in the US it was bad. Nothing compared to Canada.
It was much worse. Yeah.
Yeah. I couldn't go in a restaurant. Like I remember I went in a Burger King, and some employee started yelling at me. In a Burger King.
In the Toronto Star, the local newspaper, there was an article written by a doctor, or they interviewed a doctor, and he's like, I'm so tired of taking care of the unveed that he would rather they just stay outside the hospital and die.
Yeah.
Colin, here you go.
That's what really made me make this video, because it drove me crazy. Because I think
this is the same one that you're looking at, right?
Yeah.
Where this car can tend to break, or the most common ones if you're planning to buy one, because it's really hard to come across a car like this where it's not modified and less than 100,000 miles. And that's why triggered me this red RS6 so much and filmed this video, because really when I saw this, it just was mind-blowing. I really cannot understand it. But if you're planning to buy a car like this, some of the stuff you have to look for it's the timing belt replacement, because every 35,000 miles it's required to change it. But to be honest with you, if you don't mistreat the car, honestly, you can stretch it a little bit more. Another thing is the torque converter as well. But even if it's a higher mileage and the previous owner done the work, honestly, you should be totally fine. And again, these cars, once they're over 20 years old, you kind of still to be careful a little bit. It's not like you're going through them around like crazy, like brand new ones. You still have to be gentle. I honestly, I don't do anything crazy, except sometimes I still press the gas pedal, but I don't try to do donuts and some crazy stuff to abuse this car. I really don't do that, because I really love it so much, and I don't have the heart to do that kind of stuff in this car.
No, where is it going here? Oh, this is wagon. Yeah.
Oh, wagon. Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, those are even more rare.
Yeah. I like the wagons, man.
Yeah.
Look at this.
That sounds great.
That's a muffler delete and capless downpipes. Look at that.
I went on forums. I went on 3 different forums like Audizon, RS246, etc. And I started looking, what are the biggest issues with these cars? And the stuff that I found was absolutely demoralizing. So one of the biggest problems that I noticed that these cars are prone to are Audi's dynamic ride control system, the DRC system. This is probably one of the first cars that they
This guy looks like
have
kind
that
of
on
a
this.
simp, though.
And it's a hydraulically based suspension system where the hydraulic, the pressure would move from one corner to the other corner of the car, depending how fast you're cornering, if it wants to be stiffer or a bit softer. But what would happen is if there's any leaks, you get a ton of knocking from either side, and your suspension would pretty much just fail. The other thing is timing belts. Timing belts need to be replaced like every 70,000 kilometers in this car, and if it doesn't get it replaced, the engine's gone. Same with transmission. Transmission is known to fail, and that's an astronomical cost. So I did what any other normal car enthusiast would do. I went out and bought an R6.
That's the car guy for you, dude. I went and I bought it anyways. I don't give a damn.
So just don't drive it daily, Colin.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So there's a couple things that this clown was just talking about. First of all, the quote unquote dynamic suspension thing on the American models, they never got that. It was just the regular suspension.
Oh, okay.
What else was he saying? The transmissions? No, the torque converter problems, they only happen on for people who never took care of the transmission services. This car has already had a transmission service. The timing belt's already been done twice.
Oh.
Which, by the way, the timing belt, dude, I can do that easily in just a few hours. Not a problem. Not a problem. Like, again, the only reason I would ever even think about buying a car like this is because, like I said, dude.
Look, this was a manual.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
That's a UK car though.
Yeah.
Tell by the license plate.
Fast wagons are the best. Did you guys see the was it? See these things. This is There's this little old lady near me who drove one of these. These things are so fast. They're so crazy.
C63 AMG wagon, and this car is supposed to end up in the crusher. Yes, you heard that right. This car is supposed to be crushed like.
Why? But yeah, you can buy them, and they're for the longest time they were the rarest model that Mercedes made. They actually made more SLSs, the Gull Wings, than they did these.
There's a guy by my yard who lives in this thing.
Really?
Yeah, there's a homeless guy. Yeah, there's a homeless guy.
Oh my god!
Yeah, who lives in this thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Not really, but I guess it's, I don't know, kind of cool.
This dude's insane though, but like he likes his cars.
Yeah, these things are fast, man. You cook someone in a station wagon.
Yeah,
and they're in a Lambo, and you have your groceries and a flat screen in the back. Hilarious. So I'm talking about. But all right, guys, I'm gonna shut this bad boy down. Sunday, guys, will be World War II. You know, battles, different theaters of the war. You know what I'm saying? Any like family history of any of your uncles or great uncles or grandparents who fought in the war or had anything to do with it. We can touch on World War I also, but I want to focus on World War II. Any crazy facts that you guys know, any of the politics, right? Because we won't go into the whole numbers of the event or any of that stuff. We'll try and steer clear of that. And also, guys, we're going to talk about the war itself and not if one particular person was a good person or a bad person or any of that stuff, because that's not good either. So yeah, guys. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys next one. And guys, once again, all you guys, I know that we've had topics like this. I appreciate all you guys in the chat and on the panel that once again code your language. You don't swear. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys like kind of helping me out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be able to transition more into doing these types of topics where we can have these kind of spirited discussions about things. And I think that if we kind of set the temperature now, then anyone who comes in will kind of understand the rules. So, all right, guys, appreciate you. Bye, guys. See you.
Thanks, AJ. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys. Have a